It's Horror Movie Monday.
What is up? How you doing? I am your host OGP, and I'm joined by my co-host Lex Luthor over here. Lex Luthor with the with the bald head and the teeny tiny.
Does that work?
Headphones. I guess so.
My Bluetooth broke, so I'm using this headset that I'm not used to, but I like wearing my hat.
Ah. Yeah, well, I would say go buy another one, like a bigger headset, kind of like what I've got. You can get them for like somewhere in the $20-something range, but for a cheap pair that's a little bit bigger. But with the impending end of the world, why bother, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're mere months away from the end of the world, and I was gonna do something, and I forgot to, and I don't know how to do this now.
Well, it's the end of the world as we know it,
and I feel fine.
That's right. I do. I was hoping the end of the world would be COVID, but didn't happen. So still waiting for that asteroid, that same type of asteroid that took out the dinosaurs.
Well, this is interesting. This is interesting what we've got going on here. And I'll try and see if I can actually share this now. Window, tab, window. Look at that. Oh, let me make it more appropriate sized. We scrolled down really quickly. I'm off to a swell start. Come on now. What happened here? Futurism says scientists suggest test to see if large object headed toward Earth could be an alien spacecraft. How do you feel about that, John?
Is that the picture? Or is that just like a
no? The picture that I shared on Instagram is the actual. They don't really have a picture because it's still so far away, but they're just guessing that it looks like Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh floating through space.
Maybe it is Mr. Hanky.
It may be.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Maybe they bring Elvis back. So.
Oh man, that would be great. Elvis and we could get Ozzy, and Ozzy be like, I fooled you.
Yeah. Maybe get some John Lennon in there too.
Oh, there you go. A lot of them. We'll bring them all back. But they say earlier this month, astronomers made a fascinating discovery, a mysterious object with interstellar origins, now dubbed as 31 Atlas, that's hurling toward the inner solar system at extreme speeds. As scientists race to get a better understanding of the rare visitor, it's only third confirmed interstellar object to have ventured into our solar system. Some intriguing theories have emerged. One particularly eyebrow-raising possibility beyond the mainstream suggestions of it being either a comet or an asteroid, as championed by Harvard astronomer and alien hunter Avi Loeb, is that 31 Atlas could have been sent by an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. And anybody else who wants to dive in and learn more about the possibility of aliens coming our way, Google, and you'll find a lot of stuff. There's not many reputable sources out there yet, but this object has made news. There is an object coming toward the inner solar system at like 140,000 miles an hour. So it's moving pretty quickly. And it's supposed to pass by Earth or close to here in November. If it's aliens and they show up in November and they say, you know what, we're going to annihilate you. Thank you for getting the Earth nice and green and everything for us. And being mediocre stewards of the planet. Thank you for doing all that. But it's ours now. So we're going to send in giant creatures taller than skyscrapers. And there's nothing Tom Cruise can do about it. Or Ice Cube, apparently.
Yeah. That trailer for War of the Worlds looks really bad. What about Greta Thunberg? Maybe they want to talk to Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
Might. Yeah. How dare you, aliens?
dare
How
you?
dare you? You don't invade our planet, aliens.
No.
If you're going to invade our planet, you do not use fossil fuels, aliens.
No.
Yeah.
I think if aliens did visit us, it was a long time ago, and they probably went, screw this planet, they're just going to kill us. So if they
Yeah.
are coming back, it probably is to annihilate us, which would be perfectly fine. So
Oh no, I don't want to. I don't want to be annihilated. Not yet.
yeah, just
Not
start
yet.
from scratch, man. God flooded the earth. He
Well,
destroyed everything. So why not have aliens come down and start
let's
from
do that a
scratch
little
all
bit.
over again?
How about a little bit further down the road after like me and all my offspring have passed away?
That's too
Let's
long,
wait.
man. We need to start from scratch. We need
Yeah,
to
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do it. I
let
don't know if
the
I could do it.
animals and stuff take over the world. Let them take it again.
So I was kind of thinking about something, and we'll pose the question to everybody watching as well. So if you're watching and you have a thought, let us know. I'd be very interested to hear. But John, imagine as we're preparing for the aliens to show up, and we need every bit of resources we can to fight off these aliens. All those resources include our sci-fi, our comedies, our rom-coms, our dramas. All those movies need to be recycled to be used as weapons to fight off these aliens. The only movies left on your shelves are horror movies. Now you've gone and the impending doom is upon us. We've gone and we've said goodbye to everybody. We've done everything we need to do. We closed out our bank accounts. We locked our car. We hung up our keys. We're putting our feet up, and we're going to watch a movie as we wait for the end of the world. And all you have are horror movies. What are you going to watch? If you had one movie, do you know what it would be, John Ward? Just one.
Just one, huh?
Just one.
Just one. Well, let me think for a second. Do you know yours?
I'm hung up. It's tough. If I had to flip a coin right now, I may say X, because it's been a while since I've watched X. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but today I'm going like, I'd like to see X again. I loved that movie. I also have a very nice 4K copy of The Substance. I would like to watch that again. So maybe The Substance, or maybe X. But I think out of all the movies, I mean, I could say Halloween or, Friday the 13th, any number of great legendary franchises. But to me right now, I'm like, I would probably like to see X again.
I would watch Axmas 1 and 2. Let's see. What would it be? I'm kind of just looking around at my stuff. If it's the end of the world, see, if it was the Rapture, I would watch the remaining, of course. But I don't know, maybe I gotta leave this planet, obviously, with watching some beauty. So maybe the first Resident Evil. Get a zombie movie, get some Mila, get some Paul W.S. Anderson in there, get some Michelle Rodriguez. Why not?
Yeah.
Resident Evil. Yeah, maybe the first Resident Evil movie. Sure.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And it's very funny that you think of you have, your favorite horror movies to me, and The Shining or Silence of the Lambs would be my favorites, but I've seen those so many times. And I'm just like, you know what? Today, I think I would like to watch X. I think that's how I would go out.
Okay.
I think I'd go out with X. Maybe even The Monkey. Even though I just watched it like a couple weeks ago, I may watch The Monkey again. But I think I'm leaning toward it.
But it's just one movie. That's it.
That's
just
it.
One.
That's it, man. 2 hours.
You can't have a marathon.
It is 10 a.m. tomorrow. It is 10 a.m. tomorrow when you're putting on this movie. And as we all know, as of 12 noon tomorrow.
That's right.
Say goodbye to the world as we know it.
Hello?
So, hello?
Hello?
So is anybody actually worried that the impending doom is upon us? Are these aliens out there? Are we going to be visited, and what will happen here? I mean, here's a question for a different show that we could talk all night about. But I'm going to throw that question out there just to frustrate John, because we can't talk about it too much. And that is, could you imagine the chaos of the religious world once aliens knocked on our back door?
That's a problem, because if aliens exist, there is no God. We cease to be unique. So there is no God. We are just one of many. That's the problem. If aliens were ever discovered, but some people do say that that Jesus could be an alien. So, you know.
Oh man, Jesus H. Christ, the things you say, John.
Well, you know, the H does stand for Hitler. So it's true. Look at his birth certificate.
Yeah, it's birth certificate. So anyways, we'll say hello to everybody here in the chat momentarily, but we'll kind of just talk about what we're going to talk about tonight really quickly. There are some interesting news stories, some things that have came out of San Diego Comic-Con in the world of horror that we'll kind of recap. If you missed my live the other night talking about San Diego Comic-Con and my experience there with that fat samurai guy and the sexy sumo and Edgar and Sumo's daughter, I had a great time with them. We'll talk. There's something that we'll talk about that has a little bit to do with that, but that video is up there. And I did see, kind of previewing some of the comments, John, somebody in the comments watched your video where you talked about Megaforce with the star of the show and another gentleman who's just made, it's like a making of Megaforce or a documentary. What is that movie he made?
It's a documentary making Megaforce. So it's a mega fan, and he made a documentary about Megaforce, which includes Barry Bostwick, the star of Megaforce.
Nice. And I did watch that video in its entirety, even though you guys struggled at the end saying goodbye, because Barry left and Barry came back and Barry left and Barry came back. It was funny, but I had a great time with that. That was a fun interview you had with them. That is available on John's channel. You all can check that out.
It's great hearing him swearing because he can't get off of it. So he's like, "How the fuck do I get off this thing? Why can't I leave you guys? You know, why am I still here?"
Yes, that was very funny. So there's nothing big coming out in theaters this week. Last week we had also nothing much except for Fantastic Four. We will talk about that, or John will a little bit. In a few minutes, but we're going to get to some other things first. But John went and saw it. I have not. And I was going to go see The Home with, what's his name? Peter, or no, is it Peter? What's that guy's name? The guy that I don't like. Doesn't it start with a P? The guy from SNL who's in that new movie, The Home.
Oh, from Bodies, and somehow keeps getting all the hot
Peter,
chips.
Is it? Whatever that guy's name is. Not a fan. But anyways, I was going to go see that movie, but it wasn't playing in theaters near me. And then before I could decide whether I was going to drive 30 miles to the closest theater that had it, I saw that it had like a 26 on Rotten Tomatoes. So apparently that movie sucks. And I'm not a fan of his. So there's no way I was going to drive like in Southern California, 30 miles. That's like an hour. So I wasn't going to drive that far to see him.
Pete Davidson.
So it is Pete. Yeah. So Pete Davidson. I wasn't going to drive an hour to see a movie with that guy. And it looks like I dodged a bullet because it has terrible reviews so far. And then this week coming up, man, this is like, we've hit like a couple week dull spot. Man, I
think I listed some on my calendar here. I know I'm really looking forward to Tron Ares. I think that may be the next big one, but that's
so you know what, coming up this week, and I'm all thrown off because I can't use, my tabs are all different because I have my screen ready to share. But this week is The Naked Gun. So comedy fans will be able to go see Liam Neeson and an old unmakeup looking Pamela Anderson in The Naked Gun. And I've heard early reviews saying that it's pretty fun. I don't know if I care enough to go sit down and watch it. It's comedy. It's not for me. But then the week after we have, I think it's the week after, right? August 8th. So next week we get Weapons. Weapons is the one where all the kids disappear early in the morning. That one looks pretty interesting as far as horror movies go. Then we have Together coming up. We are looking forward to Together, right? That will be why does it say today? Oh, come on, Fandango. I don't want to see it in theaters today. Oh, what's going on? Tuesday, July 29th. That's not out right now, is it?
Together?
Yeah. I thought it's like the end of the month. It's saying coming soon. And then I click on it and it's like showing there. I don't know. Man, I'm all wonky today. Forgive me, everybody. I changed the way my tab.
Yeah. It's July 30th. So so it is coming out. Neon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
United States.
Yeah. I thought that was coming out later. Info, and I can't read about it. Okay. Well, Dave Franco, Allison Brie, years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at the crossroads as they move to the country, abandoning all that is familiar in their lives except each other. With tensions already flaring, a nightmarish encounter with a mysterious, unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. So, Together, that's weird. I thought that was coming out at the end of the month, and Fandango's showing that it's like coming soon. So I don't understand what's going on with that. I thought that was later, but there is some other fun stuff coming too. Nobody 2 is coming before too long. So there is fun stuff coming, but just not this week in the world of horror. It's The Naked Gun if you're going to go to the theater. So let me get it together. Get it together, OGP. Just fucking get it together, damn it.
Get it together, dude.
I'm gonna skip all this stuff for a minute and we'll say hello to everybody, and then we'll get back into the news and everything. Deadpool fanatic, jumping in very, very early today, saying it's vamp time. What's up, Deadpool? How you doing? Everybody hit that thumbs up button if you would. Gail says can't be with us. Doctors put him on to fight a bacterial infection. Oh man, that sucks. Gail, I hope you get to feeling better soon, good sir.
Yep.
Jonathan, how's it hanging? What's going on, Jonathan? Happy Horror Movie Monday, my dudes. Says House of G Fam. Absolutely fantastic Megaforce interview with Barry. He's still so sharp.
Thank you so much. Yeah, he was great. So
yeah, very nice. Wicked Network, and that's the comment I saw earlier. So what's up, Wicked? Hello, John Ward. John Ward's in the chat. Fluffy Gamers here. Let's start the ruckus. Yeah, there you go. I say we start some ruckus.
Is ruckus a name? It's capitalized. So is it a person?
I think he's
he's Joe Ruckus.
I think he's referencing this song. Boo, John Ward, boo, not knowing. Let's start the ruckus song. A very hard week. Yes, Wicked Network. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, Chuck Mangione, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Yeah, man. This was a tough week for Gen Xers. John, are you a Gen Xer or you?
I'm the best generation. I'm Gen X, of course, the only one that truly matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure, like, if you were like, what's before Gen Xer? The one that all the millennials hate?
It'd be boomers or before me.
Oh yeah, I thought you were a boomer.
No. No,
I kid.
I kid. No, I don't mind boomers, but I just think Gen Xers are the best. So
no, and I don't mind boomers either. And then before them, the greatest generation. But or maybe a couple generations before them. Whatever.
Millennials were the worst until Gen Z rolled around, and it's just like, my God, they're like the freaking king now, or millennials. I mean, compared
not all of them, not
Z.
all of them. Those you watching, we're definitely not talking about you. Masashi, what's up? Moving right along. How about Fantastic Four? Sue wasn't a girl boss. Reed called the shots, and Johnny chased tail. We'll give John a moment to talk about that.
Yes, I believe he mentioned that last week, and then I said, "Well, have you seen the movie yet?" Well, I did see the movie, and I will comment. Yes.
Yeah, and will John eat crow? We shall see. Greg, what's going on, Greg? Michael McNally, Mr. Bones, or they say we're gonna penetrate you single file line. Oh, we're gonna penetrate you. Okay, so the aliens show up. We all got to get single file line so we can get penetrated. Is that what's gonna happen?
Meow.
Oh.
My cat is like running all over the apartment, meowing.
Nice. 1997, calling again. Heaven's Gate Gold. Yeah, no.
I left that cold one day before we got the tennis shoes.
Well, so. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Mine the asteroid. There you go. Yes, no. There are some asteroids out there they say would be worth more than every dollar on the Earth, and so maybe we should hop on that rocket. Aliens want our buttholes. You are right, Fluff.
Is that what the
alien? What's that?
Is that what the B stands for?
Yeah, the butthole. Yeah.
Okay.
The aliens will show up and we can have an 8-minute butt duel. Yes.
Okay, so are we getting into butts now in Aliens?
Okay, no. So I messaged Balzer, and then later on I accidentally butt dialed Balzer. And so I hung up and I messaged him and I went to type butt dial, but I missed the E and it came out butt duel, or I missed the whatever. So so I said, well, butt duel. So yes, we'll have an 8-minute butt duel, and 8 minutes because that's how far I got into this infuriating movie I tried to watch yesterday. So an 8-minute butt duel. Yes. I have a feeling that us humans have been destroying the Earth. I think the aliens may not want to kill us. Yeah, maybe they just let us. They're like, oh, that planet's toast anyways. So they just keep on keeping on. Maybe that's what they do. One movie to rule the world. Does anybody have any thoughts what they would watch? Anyone else like the movie Legion with Dennis Quaid and Lucas Black? I've not seen it. John, have you? Legion?
I know Legion with the angels, the archangels, which is like Terminator, but I don't know anything with Dennis Quaid.
Oh, okay.
You know, I got
Basket Case. House of GFAM says Basket Case. That would be a good one. Basket Case is a fun movie. Fluffy just want everybody to know he's coming out of the closet. Masashi says City of the Living Dead. There you go.
That is a good one.
On your back door. What are the aliens going to land on my back door? I hope not. Could you imagine the tariffs on alien products? We're gonna make a lot of money. The aliens they're going to be paying us a lot of tariffs. They want to come in, and hopefully they do it right. We have a big beautiful wall, but there's a door, and these aliens got to come through that door. You can't just fly on in, everybody. Got to come through that alien door.
Yeah. Okay. So Dennis Quaid is in this. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's Legion.
Okay.
It's like the Terminator, but with the archangels. So which is pretty cool. So the woman is giving birth to the Messiah, and then they, which is kind of John Connor, and then the two angels, have to fight. So God wants them to basically have to prove themselves to God. So it's a good film. They made a TV show out of it.
Nice. Brian says, what's up, OGP, Fluffy Gamer, John Ward, and everybody. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan. Brian, yes, rest in peace to those legends. Man, what a tough week for us. What's up with the Cinestalker? Cinestalker is he been down hanging out at I almost said Creep IE at San Diego Comic-Con, cranking out some videos. Any thoughts on Sinners? I think it was phenomenal.
Very good.
I think to me, I give it 5 stars. It's a great movie, maybe 4.5 stars. But it being the length of it and stuff, I don't know if I'll watch again anytime soon, but I thought it was phenomenal. And John, you did as well, right?
Yes, I will not give it 5. I have to give it 4.5 because the director did produce Ironheart, the Marvel TV show.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. There you go. I saw the new Jurassic Park movie with my kid, and it was way better than I expected, and surprised there was no whole stuff in it that I didn't try and teach me. Oh, like probably, I think you meant to say woke stuff in it and it didn't try to teach me a lesson.
No.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's good. Glad you had a good time. I'm a millennial, but closer to Gen X. I'm 42. Well, there you go. Wicked Network. Yeah, we'll let you slide. We'll bring you on in. I have my hands full taking care of my mom who had cataract surgery today. So far,
Oh,
she's
wow.
doing okay. Oh man. Well, yeah,
Good
I'm
to hear.
glad she's doing okay. And yeah, you definitely do have your hands full. Got to help her out. Got to help out your moms. Are you guys planning to see Weapons? I am. I definitely am. I thought it was coming out 2 weeks from now. I don't know what's it doing in theaters. I'm very confused here. Me too. Pick one movie is like picking my favorite band. I know it's very tough. It's very tough. End of an era for us, childhood heroes. Yes, man. Ozzy Osbourne to me, and I guess maybe before we move on, John, we should because since last Monday we did lose all these icons, and Ozzy Osbourne to me, I just remember growing up with Ozzy, always on in the background with my dad being a huge rock and roll fan, and he was like in a band and he was a DJ and different things. So as far back as I can remember hearing Black Sabbath and Ozzy constantly playing, amongst many other things. But he's so good and so much good music. I have very fond memories of my childhood being at like sporting events, tailgating before and stuff, and then hearing, barbecuing, smelling the barbecue, throwing a football around, and hearing Ozzy in the background. That's like my core memory for me. So I just, man, hearing Ozzy pass, that hit hard, man. I don't know him personally. None of us do. I mean, Sean Clark did, but I don't think Sean Clark's watching. But none of the rest of us knew him. And it hits very hard. So thoughts on Ozzy passing, John?
I dated a girl who loved him. I mean, this is back in the days of cassettes. She had everything that he did. That's kind of how I discovered him, was through her, because I thought the covers look cool. Blizzard of Oz when he's on the floor, and I think he's got like the crucifix and he's holding it up. That was pretty cool. I did get to see him in concert. I went to Ozfest, but it wasn't for Ozzy. It was for Rob Zombie. I'd already seen Rob Zombie twice, and I wanted to see him again. So I went with a friend of mine, and we'd seen everybody who we saw, System of a Down and stuff like that. And Ozzy, was the main guy, so he was last, and so we stayed and watched Ozzy. So at least I can say that I've seen him live. Nice. It is a drag, and that he did pass. But I have to admit, Ozzy's never been one of my favorites. But I would put him on a thumb drive in the car, like a greatest hits.
Okay.
Just kind of have that in loop going around with AC/DC and Metallica and Judas Priest, that type of stuff. So, but when I hear him on the radio, I don't turn it. So I like him. It's nice. It's very unfortunate, especially for his family. So.
Yeah. Well, and so for me too, more recent memories of Ozzy, watching with my family and even owning the Osbournes, at least 1 or 2 seasons of the Osbournes TV show. Loved that. And then some of the shows with where Jack and Ozzy's world tour, stuff like that. He did a lot of fun stuff, in the last 20 years, and really enjoyed that. But for me, I try to think, if there was an artist that I liked more songs, like Ozzy, I got to say I don't know how many songs are in his catalog, a lot, but there's got to be at least 30 songs from Ozzy that I'm like, put this on and I cannot turn it off. I have to finish that song. I don't know that there's another band that has as many songs as Ozzy that I'm like, nope, if it comes on, I'm listening to this the rest of the way. I don't think there are. So he is, he got his last show. I think that was great. Everybody was happy. We all knew he was retiring. But somebody like that's given us so much, you just want to see him be able to rest and enjoy his retirement with his family and stuff. So very sad. And then Hulk Hogan, a couple days after that, it was Thursday morning that we got the news that Hulk Hogan passed. I'm not sure exactly when he passed, if it was Wednesday or Thursday, whatever. But man, Hulk Hogan. I remember growing up and my dad taking me to a wrestling, like a WWF event, and seeing Hulk Hogan in person wrestling. And, and he was just like a larger than life figure, like so many of those wrestlers from the 80s and early 90s were. And maybe people look at wrestling like that still, but I don't. So I don't know any wrestlers nowadays. But man, Hulk Hogan, I don't know the WWE or whatever they're calling it now would be what it is today without him. He's had controversy. Ozzy had controversy, but I don't think this is the appropriate time to talk about, his faults. We all have faults. We all make mistakes.
I think it's messed up that he apologized and somebody recorded him without him knowing it. And granted, the things that were said should not be said, but he made a mistake. Somebody recorded it without his knowledge and put it out there, and he got canceled. And he did apologize, because we all do stupid crap, as I'm sure you could go back and look at any of these videos with me, and I probably said something where one person went, "Oh crap, really?" Yeah. So it's unfortunate, and I've never been a big wrestling fan. I mean, I know who some of these guys are, but I loved him in Rocky 3. He was one of the best things in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
So, and it would have been nice to, maybe have him reappear in like one of the Creed movies or something. But, it's all these guys are, it's unfortunate. So,
yeah, no. And you're right. And he did the right thing after he made a dumb mistake, and then he did the right thing. He apologized. The reason that, certain people are not giving him or accepting the apology is because he was a vocal Trump supporter. You have, and I understand that's why a lot of people are not accepting or not letting it go. You have a guy who did the same basically thing that Hulk Hogan did, used the same word, and is now one of the biggest music stars on the planet. Everybody forgave him. They pulled his music off the radio. He said, "My bad. I'm sorry. It was stupid." A couple months later, boom, he's back. I thought about taking my wife to go see him when he came to concert.
Who's that?
Morgan Wallen. Tickets were $500 a piece.
What?
He's on the same level as Taylor Swift. He's on the same level as the Rolling Stones. Or Paul McCartney. Some of these bands. I'm talking.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm talking as far as the price to get in to see him.
I'm old enough to remember when tickets were $20.
Oh, no, dude, believe me, when I went and saw AC/DC in the early 90s, yeah, the ticket was like $35. So, yeah, it's just crazy. But we forgave him because he wasn't campaigning for Trump. So I wish they would let all that go and just let Hulk Hogan's family.
No. They won't. And I've seen a ton of videos where people have said, the left are like, you took the wrong guy. Why aren't we getting orange guy? Why couldn't it be orange guy? You keep getting the wrong people. And it's like, so you're bashing a guy who just died, and then you're wishing death upon somebody else just because you don't agree with that person's politics. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not right. It's tough. It's the world we live in, and it kind of sucks right now. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, losing legends like that is very tough. And this is Horror Movie Monday, so I do want to talk horror movies. If I have any issues with the stream, if we're freezing or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. I'm not showing anything. StreamYard did some updates. It seems to be working better, but I am noticing the viewer count all over the map right now. And it's weird that we go up and down like 15 to 20 viewers at a time like this. So if anything goofy is going on the stream, please let us know. But we need to talk horror movies for us. House of Pain, best horror movie. Yeah, James knows what's up. You're looking at the assistant director for House of Pain right there. Or were you not AD on that?
House of Pain?
The movie Dusty filmed right here.
Oh, is that good? I forgot what it was called. Technically, I guess yes.
Yeah. Well, it was called something else. But I'm embarrassed to say it. But being that it was filmed at my house, I gotta own it, right?
I mean, if you do watch it at the end when they open up the door and there's like the ram head, the devil type of thing. I put that all together. I'm operating the head, kind of moving it back and forth and stuff. So I kind of put it all because they couldn't figure out how to do it. But yeah, I guess technically, yeah.
I got a question for you because I don't remember this. It says special effects by Miranda. Did Miranda come out for that?
No. So this is what's confusing because I even brought that up to Dustin and I took a picture and showed it of, I do own that. They just grabbed, what it was is I asked Dustin, all the stuff that I brought out, all the props, Miranda had made. So I asked, can you give her like a props credit?
Gotcha.
Because, we're not paying her. She made all of them for basically my stuff. And so I brought out a skeleton. Well, no, not for that. That was for Axe Grinder too. But whatever I brought out, I just asked. And instead, they put on the back because I guess they just looked at IMDb and they put her name on there. So
okay, yeah, so of course, maybe in the actual credits or whatever, you're listed as assistant director, and then. I don't know what the hell he'd list me as, but I mean, you only use my damn house. I think I would have got like at least a producer credit or something.
And itty bitty little things.
No, there's neither one of us are on this as expected.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm all over Axe Grinder too. I mean, I was really surprised about that. I was like, my God, maybe the guy actually liked me for a day and gave me all these credits.
What's going on, Antonis? Hulk Hogan's tribute on Raw tonight took me out. I cried like a little bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what, Balzer? We all have those heroes or those people we're fans of it, and I'm telling you, man, the day I found out Ozzy passed, it was like it kind of took me back. But the next day, I was listening to his music and watching videos, and then there was on YouTube, whoever runs Ozzy's channel has been releasing a lot of the Osbournes episodes, or like behind the scenes of them just interviewing the Osbournes and stuff, and sitting there watching some of that stuff, man, got me choked up. But I get it, man. Sure. I get it. John's rest in peace, Thunder Kips. I don't know what that is, James. Let's see. My Gen X childhood got its ass kicked with loss of Ozzy, and Hulk was a very huge Randy Savage fan. Oh, well, no, I mean, man, you think about all the professional wrestlers from the 80s and early 90s that are no longer with us. Man, I mean, drugs, steroids, things that were being put into their bodies really kicked their asses. But I give Hulk Hogan credit where credit is due, because without him, pro wrestling would not progress and be what it is today. You're 100% right about that. Yeah. Let's see. OGP, are you going to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere? I don't think so, NG. I don't have any plans to. I didn't know it was going to be at the Sphere. That if I was going to go see something at the Sphere, I would want to go see something that I think would be really cool, like if Pink Floyd were in concert there, or something like that. Or I mean, I don't know, something. I don't think it would be a movie per se.
I thought he misspelled wizard. And I was going to go, are they playing Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon along with Wizard of Oz? And then I realized, Wizard of Oz, Ozzy Osbourne. Okay.
Are we talking an Ozzy thing?
I think, isn't that what that is?
That's Blizzard of Oz, right?
But is it that's why is there two Z's, or is it an actual misspelling?
I don't know. I don't know.
If they are playing Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, they better be playing it with Dark Side of the Moon. Otherwise, maybe it's like I thought maybe it was a tribute thing to Ozzy Osbourne. That's why there's the two Z's.
Oh, maybe there is. NG, is that what it is? Is it a tribute? Tickets for concert pro wrestling are way beyond 20. I know the prices are insane. Stream is good right now. Thank you, Greg. Hello, gentlemen, and everybody else in the chat. Brent Mania, what's cracking, Brent Mania? How you doing? Look at this. Look at this. Speak of the devil. There she is right there. Miranda, who, I mean, credit where credit is due. Miranda made some awesome stuff.
It's funny. Her name, I think that's what I was looking for. I think it's over in my Wild Eye Releasing movies out in the living room. But they released Meat Hook Massacre 4. And I think it's starring Miranda. She's dead in the movie. She's dead.
Hey,
that's
you know what?
But I think they just looked down and they just saw like Miranda Dudley body, and they just and they just took her name and put it on the back of the box. So now she has 2 credits for
nice. You take what you can get in that industry. Take what you can get.
That's right.
But the funny thing is, when I bought this, I bought this at what was that store over in LA? It just closed down. It had been there forever and ever and ever. But the owner had the real long white hair. I can't remember the name of the
Dark
store.
Delicacies.
Dark Delicacies. And it was Dell. The owner of the store was Dell. So thank you for that, John.
Sure.
So I bought this, and I was with another guy who knows who Dusty is, and he was giving me all kinds of shit for buying this. And Dell was so happy that somebody finally took this out of his store.
Isn't it signed? Isn't it like
it
an
is?
autograph?
It is. I know, and I still need. I can get. Web Movie One knows tricks on how to get autographs off of things, so that's why I got.
I don't know. I mean, I bought mine.
I'll leave Brink on there, but
leave Ferguson on there too. Why not? I mean, I think I bought mine for $1 when they had that big sale to get rid of the warehouse of all their movies.
Yeah, so I paid like $17, but I mean, it's sad that you have to do that, but I was like, it's shot at my house. Like
you would think that. When I did Aximus, everybody got a copy. When I made Aximus 2, everybody got a copy. When I made Meat Hook Massacre 4, everybody got a copy. I mean, everybody, and that's just because they're so cheap to get that it's, especially if you have them made at whatever that company is up in Reno, and you could just go, make me 20 copies, and then they ship it to you,
regardless of the price.
Yeah. You should. It should be part of your budget.
Irregardless of the price. You should be giving everybody a copy. Yes.
That is correct.
But good to see you, Miranda. Hopefully you're doing well.
Yay, Miranda.
Hopefully you're not having to go to work tonight. OGB and John, thoughts on Silent Night, Deadly Night remake starring Rohan Campbell from Halloween Ends. So we're already 43 minutes in, haven't even touched the news over here. But there is somewhere in this, I moved in, screwed everything up, but I was going to talk about the Silent Night Deadly Night trailer. So maybe I'll just pull this up right now. Silent Night Deadly Night remake teaser trailer starts spreading the holiday fear. Have you seen this trailer yet, John?
Yes, and none of you could see it because it's in my bedroom, but I have an entire display, a whole wall of
dildos,
the 2 poster of dildos, yes, and of Silent Night Deadly Night, Silent Night Deadly Night 2. I have all the movies. I got a whole display for them. It is one of my all-time favorite slasher films, like series. I absolutely love it. Aximus 1 and 2 would, Scream and Silent Night Deadly Night, that's why they were made. So I did see the trailer. I don't know. I like Silent Night that they did, which has very little to do with the original movie, but it was still a good film because Santa goes around with a flamethrower. But I don't know. It could be okay. It's supposed to be unrated. It's supposed to be like Terrifier 3.
This is my thought on it. The trailer looked great. I did not get a Silent Night Deadly Night vibe off of the trailer, though. I think Silent Night Deadly Night, I think first thing I want to see is the store. I mean, obviously, I want to see, are killer and stuff, but I want to see the store, and I didn't pick up on that. I just didn't get the vibe, but it looks like a good movie. We'll see.
We'll see. I think, yeah, it's going to take a lot to beat the first one, and I love the second one. I think I like the second one better than the first one. But I have a signed autograph poster from Eric Freeman for Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 and hanging up in my room. So
nice. Earlier this year, the entertainment studio Cineverse, the company behind the Terrifier franchise, went into production on a remake of the classic Christmas slasher movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, with writer-director Mike P. Nelson from the Wrong Turn reboot.
No.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Cineverse and Bloody Disgusting, its horror division, are teaming with iconic events releasing to bring Silent Night, Deadly Night remake to the theater on December 12th. So perfect time. We love Christmas movies at Christmas time. So, and tonight we're celebrating Christmas in July because a teaser trailer for the film has dropped online. You can check it out in the embed above. You all can go to Joe Blow or just Google or go to YouTube and find the trailer. I can't play it here. Directed by Charles E. Oh, okay. We're talking about the original Silent Night, Deadly Night has the following synopsis.
Charles E. Silent. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the remake synopsis. A reimagining of, stop with these. A reimagining of the controversial 1984 cult horror classic when Billy witnesses his parents' grisly murder on Christmas Eve at the hands of Santa. It ignites a lifelong mission to spread holiday fear. Every Christmas, he dons a jolly red suit and delivers a blood-soaked massacre to feed his twisted sense of justice. This Christmas Eve, Billy wants to know, have you been naughty? So, I don't know. The trailer looks good, but like I said, I just didn't get the vibe of Silent Night, Deadly Night from it. So we'll have to see.
Will see. I was not a fan of the Wrong Turn remake. I like the last 15 minutes of it. Maybe it's not Wrong Turn. It's a completely different movie. You could say it's, I don't know, Sam's Wedding Night. It'd be the same thing. But that last 15, 20 minutes was pretty good. So that scares me a little bit. And, Silent Night, Deadly Night is the original. It was accidentally a hit, a cult, becoming a cult film and its status and everything. And Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 kind of played off that. So I don't know. I don't think Terrifier was meant to be as big as it was, and it probably surprised everybody. So
I think anytime you make, anybody who cares about the movie they're making hopes that it's going to be.
Well, you're going to hope, but you don't. That's why when you have something, okay, Freddy Krueger, I don't think Wes Craven ever thought would be a hit. So what does he do? He makes Shocker, which was not a hit because he wanted to make the new Freddy.
Yeah.
So, and when you try to make the new Freddy or you try to make the new Leatherface, it's not going to work because you're trying. That's why Hatchet never really took off because you're trying to make it. And it's just, no, these things have to, they're by accident. The fans have to make it that way.
Yeah. Metallica is eyeing the Sphere next fall. I don't know if I have it in me to pay.
Man, if they play anymore. Load and Reload, I am there.
That's see. It's funny when they played at Ozzy's Back to the Beginning concert there a couple, earlier this month. Nothing newer than Justice. They played nothing newer than Justice. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Like they get it. They understand heavy metal fans don't want to hear anything like, especially after the Black Album. We just don't want to hear it. So
I think Load and Reload are their best albums. So sorry. Yeah. I absolutely love those albums, including I Disappear, which is
you also don't love Ozzy Osbourne. So
no,
you're not a big fan of Slayer.
I haven't really listened to Slayer.
So
I have the best stuff.
I don't classify you as a metal fan. I think you are definitely a music fan, but you're definitely not a metalhead.
I was a new waver in high school, but I was a punk. So I listened to punk music. I went to the Dead Kennedys. I've seen a lot of punk back in the day. You know, I went to the Ramones. I mean, a lot of people consider them to be punk. So it's I was a punk, but I also kind of went into new wave also.
Yeah, I was a blue jean jacket wearing metalhead in high school.
But I went to a bunch of metal concerts. I mean, I've seen Iron Maiden, AC/DC. I've seen like AC/DC. I saw for Who Made Who. I've seen a ton of them because all my friends were in the metal. So I'd be the only punk sitting there with like this mohawk on, you know, with like the military jacket. And I'd be sitting there at an AC/DC concert. You know?
Nice. Yeah. But you know, anyways, I don't know. I maybe I see Metallica at the Sphere. Those tickets are probably going to be $300 a piece or more. So I can't see myself ever spending that to see Metallica. Balzer, I don't know. To answer your question, John Ward OGP, have you two seen Flesh Eating Mothers 1989? I don't think so. Doesn't sound
I know of it. I think it's Trauma. I could be wrong, but no, I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
Usually you get an autograph of something has to be glossy photo. Brent Mania. Oh, talking response. Hulk Hogan's tribute Friday had made me cry. I'm a Hulkamaniac. I collect Hulk Hogan stuff. This was a kick in the gut. I mean, it's not as worse as losing a friend or a family member. Very, very true, but definitely a kick in the gut. And so I don't follow your next comment there, Brent Mania. I apologize. Let's see here. OGP, speaking of trailers for new films, I am looking forward for Hell House LLC Lineage. I just rewatched the trailer and it's just off the charts awesome. So I have not seen that whole franchise. John, are you familiar? Have you seen the whole? I mean, obviously you're familiar with Hell House LLC, but have you seen the whole franchise? What is there, like 4 or 5 films now?
Yeah, I maybe seen the first one.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I own. Well, I think I don't know where they all are. Everything because I moved all my stuff. Oh hell no. Maybe I don't own any of the Hell House movies. I guess I don't own Hell House LLC.
Add that to the list. Zero.
Yeah. I just wasn't. I mean, it was okay, but I just wasn't the biggest fan with them. So I don't know. The new one looks exciting, and any new horror movie is great, and I definitely want to try and give it a shot. I hate that Hatchet never took off. Gets no love, but everyone loved Terrifier. It's the same bloody killing shit. Yeah, you know, and the first Hatchet is fun. You know, down there like New Orleans, it's swamp and stuff. It's a fun movie.
I like them. I own them all. It just never took off. It just.
Yeah,
I just think it's one of those things where they wanted it to, and that was the problem.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I feel Shocker got a cult following when it went to video, and the movie soundtrack is just killer.
Oh, the soundtrack is very good. Yeah.
See, Slayer is life, says House G Fam. Agreed.
I don't know.
I love Wes Craven Shocker. Yeah, there you go. That's average $200 to $300 for Metallica tickets. And if anybody knows, Nocturno knows. Nocturno goes all kinds of concerts. What's up, Nocturno? Yeah, see, and that's I can't see myself dropping that kind of coin to see Metallica. Slayer in a minute. If Slayer ever came back and played the Sphere, step aside, everybody. I'm going. But we'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry, they get an autograph off something. We're talking to get an autograph off. I'm talking about as far as getting the autograph.
Okay.
Maybe there's there's I don't know. There's some trick that Web Movie One knew. John's Gone Punk. I always pin you as a Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
No, I was never Ducky. No.
So. What is okay? I remember the movie Pretty in Pink. What was Ducky? I don't remember that well.
John Cryer, who was in love with the Molly Ringwald character. He was like a total simp to her. Okay. So he had his hair all up, and he had like a kind of like it was like a fancy jacket, something maybe like you get from Goodwill, but it's not like a normal jacket. It's you can almost see like somebody from like a band in it. And he was absolutely in love with her. But no, I was a in high school, I walked around with it was blue jeans. I had boots some of the time, and the army jacket. And if my mom, when I had hair, it had the white streaks. Well, the one white streak from Road Warrior was in it, because I was absolutely in love with that film, and that's where I became a huge Mel Gibson fan. So no, I listened to punk all the time, and my friends hated it. So, but I was a huge Oingo Boingo, Adamant fan, Beatles. So it was all my friends. I got to go. Monkeys are always my favorite band. But Monkeys are punk. Monkeys
speaking
are punk,
of monkeys,
man.
yeah. Speaking of monkeys, the Monkey streaming on Hulu begins the first week of August. So if you have not had a chance to see the Monkey yet, on Hulu, the first week of August 7th.
Great movie.
So you'll have no excuses after that. August 7th. So you're just over a week away from being able to see this little devil right here. And
such a good movie.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
The new Friday the 13th film and video game are in early development. They announced at San Diego Comic-Con, and they shared, do they have a picture of it again? That stupid looking Jason Voorhees mask. It looks so dumb, the new one. And they shared it up there, and they're like, oh, you can buy him, blah, 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 blah. Piss off. Make a mask and reveal it in the movie. I don't want to see what it looks like ahead of time. I want the reveal in the movie.
But it would probably be on the poster.
Maybe, or like a variant of it or something.
But then you would say it doesn't look like it does on the poster. Why doesn't it look like the poster?
I wouldn't say that. I'm not that guy. That maybe that's the it doesn't match the book guy in you saying.
I don't think that they should be showing stuff like that unless it's absolutely 100% what it's going to be.
And that's where I'm at. My thing is, you're talking, oh, we're in early development. What does that mean? That means somebody said, I want to do it. That's early development. And early development on a movie and a video game, just finish the show. But it says the Sweet Revenge teaser wasn't the only Friday the 13th reveal at San Diego Comic-Con last night. Horror Inc. Vice President Robbie blah, blah, blah confirmed that a new sequel film and video game are in early development. And I'm telling you, if they come out and do a reboot of the Friday the 13th franchise, I'm going to lose my shit. We don't need a reboot. We've had, what do we have? 12, 13 movies so far, something or whatever it is now. Make another Friday the 13th movie, please. Just make another one. That's all we want. We don't need, if I don't want to see somebody redo the original. That would just drive me nuts. I can tell you that a new sequel movie and new sequel game are at the top of our list. It's where most of our energy is going right now. And I can tell you finally we're in a position to deliver on that. Friday the 13th news is great, but give us news when it's news. This is like Robotech. I know most people are going, what the fuck is Robotech, OGP? But Robotech was my favorite cartoon as a kid. Sony Pictures bought the rights years ago to make a live action movie. What the fuck? I mean, they bought the rights. It's been over 10 years. And they're sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it. Make the damn movie. And no, Robotech shows up at Comic-Con every year and talks about, oh, we had these new action figures out. It's the same shit you've been releasing. This is the 40th anniversary of Robotech. The same shit you've been releasing for 40 years. Give us something new. And that's Friday the 13th. Just shut up until you got something new. So, and again, Joe Blow, as well as Bloody Disgusting, talking about that. Welcome to Derry. We watched the first 10 minutes of the It prequel series at Comic-Con. So that's coming. I don't know if I give a shit.
What is that?
I think he's supposed to be jacked up intentionally. That's a boy.
He looks like Superman flying. That awful picture of Superman flying to the camera with his eyes are all messed up.
Oh, I haven't seen that. In addition to debuting the It Welcome to Derry teaser trailer, creators Andy Muswilly and Barbara Muswilly shared the first 10 minutes of the premiere at San Diego Comic-Con. That footage will not be available online. You'll have to wait until the series premieres in October on HBO Max. So here's a rundown of what was shown. If you want to know, go read it. Welcome to Derry. I don't give a fuck. I'm not the biggest It fan. It's okay. But prequel on HBO. John, do you care?
I like the original It from the 80s. The new one was okay. But
It was
I mean,
okay.
I'll check it. I mean, I'm a big Stephen King fan. So I'll at least watch the first episode and see how it is. But is it necessary? Absolutely not. No. We did not need this.
Yeah. Well, what about this? Texas Chainsaw Massacre bidding war competitors Osgood Perkins and JT Molnar share updates. So apparently there's bidding still going on. I'm not going to get into the whole update on it, but we know the Texas Chainsaw franchise is up, and they had a list of several different people that wanted in to make the next Texas Chainsaw movie. I love the fact that Osgood Perkins is involved in this still. Everything he's touched turns to gold. John, do you want me to read about it? Do you care enough? Or do we wait until we actually get some solid?
I think we wait, because from what I saw with Osgood Perkins is he's just going to be a producer if he gets it. So
well, that'll suck ass.
Yeah.
Look at this. Terry, what's going on, Terry? And thank you so much. Look at this. $35 super chat. Terry, you rock.
Wow, that is awesome.
It is very awesome. Hey, OGP, best takeaway memory from San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, and my favorite End of the World DVD would be a Hammer film box set. Well, there you go. That going back to the Hammer films, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with those.
But what Hammer film, though? If it's only one movie, what Hammer film?
Cobra. I think he's going way back, though, right? I think he's probably going back to the 60s or something.
Oh, yeah. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't Cobra like the end of Hammer? Like right there at the end. Stallone's Cobra, wasn't that the end?
No, that's Canon.
Fuck, my fault. It was okay. But that was the end of Canon. I got my movie companies mixed up there. Forgive me. But yeah, no, going back to like Dracula and stuff like that way back in the day, that can't go wrong there.
No.
But man, I'm just blown away. $35 super chat. Terry,
that's awesome.
You absolutely rock. Thank you so much. Anytime somebody digs into their pockets to support the channel, I am always humbled and very much appreciative. And Terry has done that a couple times now. He did a PayPal donation a couple weeks ago, and now this. So thank you so much, Terry. And also, I needed to mention Jeff. It's scrolling down there. But last week before the show, Jeff sent a $10 PayPal donation that I didn't catch until after. So I need to say a big thank you to Jeff for doing that as well. Terry, Jeff, you guys rock. Absolutely rock.
You rock.
Let's see. 1990 It fan for life. Ain't no one better than Tim Curry as Pennywise. I agree. Kenny's Movie Palace. What's up?
Hello.
How you doing,
Hello.
Kenny? Looks like Kenny's watching on your channel over there, John.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, very cool. And if I missed any comments, I apologize, everybody. We're going to actually try. I mean, we're already over an hour. We're going to try and get through the first 15 minutes of news, an hour and 3 minutes in here. So forgive me. But thank you again, Terry. The Strangers Chapter 2 director, Rennie Harlan, calls the film a town invasion story. And I can confirm that Rennie Harlan did call it a town invasion film because I was at the San Diego Comic-Con panel where he said that. And that brings me, I need to answer Terry's question. Favorite memory from San Diego Comic-Con. For me, it would either be sitting in the same room and looking at Rennie Harlan, knowing all the different things he's directed, or sitting in the same room, pretty darn close to David Dastmalchian, knowing I love Late Night with the Devil, but the fact that he's in the new Dexter show as well as Dune and Suicide Squad and everything else that he's done. Love him, and being in the same room as him was very cool. But maybe my favorite moment as far as just in general would probably be the panel that had, and I'm gonna draw blanks on their names right now, but the panel that had the new Captain America guy in it. What's his name?
Oh, Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie, right? And I got to go to IMDb and look because I just suck. Oh, look at this. So Anthony Mackie, where is the show that he's in? Twisted Metal.
Yeah, they actually had. Yeah, there it is.
Right there. I love it. I love it. I love that they showed that picture of him because he said that he thought he looked like what's his name? The guy that goes, "Oh, hi, Mark." From the room.
Tommy Wiseau. Yeah.
Yeah. He said he thought he looked like Tommy Wiseau in that wig, which is funny because he's always bald. But so Stephanie Beatrice, Anthony Mackie, Joe, I think it's Sanoa is how you pronounce his name. And he's all the way down here. Where is he? Where's our other friend, Anthony? Maybe he's not. Maybe I got to click on the, this one here. Oh, they're killing me here. And it's the other Anthony. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, whatever his name is, but he's NoHo Hank in the show Barry, but that guy was there too. So I loved the fact that all of them were sitting there in that room. That was pretty cool. But I had a great time at the 28th annual San Diego Comic-Con Superhero and Kung Fu Extravaganza. That was the panel hosted by Rick Myers, the Kung Fu Santa, and that fat samurai guy. Many other people in the panel, but it was the reason we were there at the convention was because of that panel and fat samurai guy and Rick Myers being involved in that panel. And or being the panel, they showed so many great clips from movies. I'm telling you, I came home and watched Ghost Killer. If you have not heard of Ghost Killer, it just came out. It's on Amazon. You could stream it. It costs like $5. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I think I gave it 4 stars or 4.5 stars out of 5. It is so good. It's about a girl, and I'm not going to spoil everything, but it seems like she's like talking to herself as she's whooping somebody's ass. And like one of her personalities, she's kicking this guy's ass. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. And then she immediately switches over to, oh my God, what are we doing? And she's all like scared little girl. And she goes back and forth seamlessly. It is amazing. You watch the story and there's a lot more to it. But I highly recommend Ghost Killer. It's a Japanese martial arts film. Very, very, very good. That was one of the films that they showed clips for, but so many great martial arts movies that are now on my list that I have to watch because of that. So lots of great moments actually there from Comic-Con. But thanks again, Terry, for the super chat and the question. So Strangers Chapter 2. So and I'll just quickly mention on the Strangers Chapter 2. So Rennie Harlan was talking about it, and it's very funny because the first one sucked and everybody knew it. So they talk about how Rennie went back and added stuff to Chapter 2 to make it better, or give more about the killers or whatever. I think they panicked after the first one, and maybe as a result, at the panel at San Diego Comic-Con, Rennie Harlan, the lead actress, whatever her name is, who turns out I don't know if she is, but she came across as a real bitch. And then one of the producers, it was 3 people on a panel. They had great people that I would have loved to have seen there. Like the guy that plays in The Night Agent. I would have loved to have seen him, but only 3 of them showed up. And somebody asked the question, what was your favorite moment of filming? And they posed the question to all 3 people on the panel. Rennie said something, the producer something, the girl there. I wonder if we get her name in here somewhere. Madeline Petch, who was also in like Riverdale, like a lot of Riverdale. Madeline Petch, the redhead who survived the first one. She goes, my favorite part of filming was when we were done. The audience was stunned. We all sat there in silence. And even Rennie looks over at her like, what the fuck? And she goes, that's it. That's my answer. When we were done. Wow. She must have been a pain in the ass to work with if that was her attitude. I felt so bad for Rennie Harlan. I mean, he's a great director with a great resume. And he's dealing with chapter 1, which was a bomb. And apparently they filmed chapter 1, 2, and 3 all simultaneous. And now they've gone back and done some reshoots to tweak chapter 2 because they knew what they had after chapter 1, it was probably going to bomb as well. So they showed us 3 clips from the movie that are not in the trailer that the public cannot see. But if we were at San Diego Comic-Con, if you were there, you got to see 3 clips from the movie. And I'm showing nothing now, but there is definitely a lot going on with the town, and you don't know who you can trust, or you don't know who the characters can trust. It's not a home invasion film. Strangers Chapter 2 is not a home invasion film. So there's a lot going on. There is a scene that they showed us where me and Fat Samurai Guy are like, are they ripping off The Shining? Because that looks exactly fucking like The Shining. And I'll spoil it. Somebody hits an axe through a bathroom door, and then a face comes through the hole in the bathroom door. The girl's in the bathroom screaming. And then she hops out a window. Whoa, it kind of sounds like The Shining, right?
It's not a ripoff, it's an homage.
Well, and that's basically what Rennie said. Because they took questions because they didn't have enough panel members to talk and fill up the whole hour. So they took questions. A panel that size should never have audience Q&A. They should never have time for it. But somebody asked if it was a ripoff or what. And Rennie's like, he goes, a lot of things have been done. You can interpret it the way you want. But, I'm aware that it looks like The Shining. So it was that blatant. But based on the trailer for chapter 2, I was kind of excited. Based on the scenes that they showed us at San Diego Comic-Con, I think it's going to fucking suck. So, John, have you seen the trailer for chapter 2?
No, I own the first 2 movies, and then I own chapter 1. I like Pray at Night better than the first film, and I thought chapter 1 was an utter waste of time.
Oh yeah, it's a complete remake. It's just a complete remake.
They should have, because we all thought, because it said chapter 1, that it was a prequel. So I always thought, and I've said this a couple of times, you make it a prequel, you have maybe one of the killers with like the iconic mask. Yeah. You have two different masks, and throughout the 3 movies, that leads up to the strangers. Yeah. And by that point, you then have the 2 girls and the guy, and maybe you see them walking up to that door, and then they're walking towards it, and then it cuts. So then you can watch the one, the strangers right after it. I think I even mentioned something like the town should be all of them should be in on it. They should all be the strangers, let's say. But I think this was a waste of time, and they could have done something interesting, and it's not.
So I will tell you what the intent was and why chapter 1 was what it was. They loved the first Strangers. They wanted to make the Strangers franchise in that town with that story and expand upon it. So they went, okay, rather than, because we can't get that same cast and we can't make it look like it happened, the next day or later that night or whatever. Because that cast is older and different now and whatever. They went, we need to redo the first one because we really like that story so we can build off of it. So they intentionally redid the first one to build off of it. So what is really supposed to pull us in is chapter 2 and 3. I was all on board with that, but the clips that they showed us, I was not too excited about. One of the clips, and I won't get into the whole gist of the clip because in case anybody doesn't want to know, but Rennie Harlan wanted to do something artistic. And so he has, I think they said it's an 8-minute long shot without cutting. It's 1 8-minute action sequence. That action sequence was boring as shit. So I think Rennie put too much emphasis on creative camera work and less emphasis on good storytelling. So we'll see. Am I going to go see it in the theater? Yes. Do I think it's going to be good? No. Hopefully I don't walk out. We'll see. So
and I will not be seeing it in the theater.
Oh.
I only watched it because I found the Blu-ray with the slipcover and everything for like $5.
Oh yeah.
I think it was on Amazon. I don't know why it was so low, but I picked it up that way. So, I mean, I own the other two on Blu-ray, but I just had noted once I found out it wasn't a prequel, I lost interest. So
yeah, and that's the problem was it was the same movie as the first one. It was just the same. They should have done something different. Very dumber. Yeah.
The two characters, our two main leads, are stupid beyond belief. I really hate when you see it, and they do this in other movies too. They could be in like another country or whatever. You always have the ugly American who goes in and trashes the place that they're in. And I mean trash by saying like talking shit.
Yeah.
So you have this couple that's from the big city and they end up in this little town and it's like they're making fun of the people that live there.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Especially if you need help or you're trying to find some place or whatever. It baffles me that filmmakers still think that that's a good idea to do. Oh, the ugly American goes to, France and then ends up in Hostel. You know, it's like, it's because I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that it's good. So we shall see. So I wanted to mention that. And,
and I'm sorry, I'll say this last thing about it. It's, if you're now on movie 4. So why not, in Hellraiser, you didn't always have the same Cenobites. You could make toys off of all that stuff. Why are you sticking with the same people in every single movie? Throw a different mask on somebody from time to time.
Yeah. Well, chapter 1 it basically is in a universe where those first 2 movies don't exist. So,
which is unfortunate because Pray for Night was good.
Yeah. War of the Worlds trailer. Ice Cube and Eva Longoria star in Prime Video reimagining of the H.G. Wells story. Apparently, this was filmed during COVID, and that's why it looks the way it looks. See, this is what I don't understand. We were just over 40 viewers, and now we're down at 19. What is going on, everybody? What's going on? Where'd everybody go? This trailer, which we cannot play, it basically looks like Ice Cube's doing nothing but sitting at a computer screen the entire time. And it looks like it was shot by the Asylum. It looks terrible.
Until you told me, I had no idea this was a real thing. I just saw that picture of Ice Cube and I went, oh, that's awful looking AI. Why does that look so bad? Is it like a fake movie? But it's a real movie, I guess.
Yeah. Ice Cube and Eva Longoria star in the film, which was directed by Rich Lee from a screenplay written by Kenneth Gold and Mark Hyman. This modern day take, I don't know about that, on the Wells story follows Ice Cube, a top security analyst for Homeland Security. Wait, we used security twice there. Screwed me up. Who spends his days tracking potential threats to national security. That's what the movie looks like. It looks like Ice Cube sitting at a computer tracking threats. I think of War of the Worlds. I think of Tom Cruise, or I think giant monsters coming to kill everybody. Not a dude at a computer.
Well, I mean, Independence Day was just War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah, no, Independence Day. I mean,
but like in the original
like
movies, in the novel, it's a virus and that's why all the aliens died. But in Independence Day, it's a computer virus.
Yeah.
See, it's updated for that time period. So maybe Ice Cube behind his computer can create some sort of virus that will take them out. I don't mind them doing something different. I mean, even if you look at something like Orson Welles' radio broadcast, you could do that as a found footage movie, and so I have no problem with them doing something different. Just do something good,
something, not sit at a computer. It looks pretty terrible. I can't believe they're doing that. But July 30th, so I think we're just a couple days away on Amazon Prime. If you want to watch it, have fun. Hard pass for me. So the thumbnail today was a picture from Dexter where John Ward and I were hanging out with Dexter looking at his blood slides. Yeah, and the new Dexter show, we've gotten 4 episodes so far of Dexter Resurrection, and it is phenomenal. This last episode that just came out may be my favorite episode of Dexter ever. It was so good. And we saw this large cast that was going to be in Dexter. In this last episode, we had Michael C. Hall, Uma Thurman, David Zayas, James Remar, Peter Dinklage, Jack Alcott. Where's the other good names? Where's everybody at? Why are we missing this? Hang on a second. Forgive me. This stupid websites. Why are they not showing here? Where the David Dastmalchian and oh my God, why are they not? I'm just going to show you some pictures because I'm drawing blanks on names because I suck with names, and I cannot believe that they don't have what's her name listed here. Jesus Christ. Her, Kristen Ritter. She's like one of the main stars. They don't even have her listed on IMDb. What the hell? This is seen from it. There's no spoilers here in these pictures on IMDb, but Kristen Ritter, there's Peter Dinklage. He plays a great character. That's Dexter's son. And these are 2 cops that are great. She is hysterical when she is doing her work, trying to figure out who the killer is. She puts on her headphones, and it's "Staying Alive" is the song she's listening to all the time as she's trying to figure out who the killer is. It's hysterical. And then David Zayas. There's our good friend David Dastmalchian from Late Night with the Devil. And Uma right there. She plays a real fucking badass in this. And this is a family here that I don't know where they're originally from or something, but they have strong accents from a different country. And Dexter lives in their basement. This guy he plays a killer because they have a meeting. All the serial killers get together. She's a killer. He's a killer. He's a killer. Wouldn't you like to be a killer too? What's this dude's name? God dang it. Why am I drawing a blank? He's Doogie Howser, right?
Is it?
That's Doogie
Maybe.
Howser. Yeah. No, well, I know it is. God dang it. Whatever his name is. They don't have him listed here. Michael C. Hall. How do you not have him listed? Whatever his name is. But anyways, they're all killers and they all get together for dinner. it's epic. I just want everybody to go watch Dexter Resurrection. If you have not seen all the other Neil Patrick Harris, thank you, Reggie. God, I suck with names. If you have not seen all the other Dexter shows, if you start this season, you will be spoiled or missing things. Maybe things won't make sense, but man, it's so good. And I really, really want everybody to go check it out. But now we should talk about this. I've been ranting and rumbling and talking, and I haven't given John much chance. I thought that was just going to open up. Microsoft Bing, you suck. Can I just say that? Can I say Microsoft Bing sucks?
You just did.
Okay, good, because it does. I want Google, but when the stupid Microsoft thing makes us look at this. Fantastic Four scores Marvel's first 100 million box office opening of 2025. A lot of people are saying interesting things about this. I have not seen it. I have no desire to see it. John, tell me why I'm wrong, or am I?
It is the absolute opposite of what we've been hearing. And Jonathan Moody left a message with me, a voicemail saying that he is going to stop watching all of these YouTube videos and channels that have absolutely no information on this. They say that Sue is the leader. She's not. They say that Johnny Storm is a cuck. He is not. It's different from all the other ones, which doesn't make it bad. Pedro Pascal, I do think, is miscast, but and I just think that he's a freaking weirdo to begin with, and I'm tired of him. I have fatigue.
Yeah, enough of him. Yeah,
he's just a weirdo, but he's a good actor, and they're really trying to. I heard somebody else say this too, that they're really trying to play him off like Burt Reynolds, because he's got the mustache and everything. But it is a good film. I like Superman better, because I'm more of a DC Superman guy. But I thought it was good. I thought Ben Grimm, the Thing was good. They even have the robot, like Kirby the Robot from the cartoon, because they didn't want to have Johnny Storm because they didn't want kids lighting themselves on fire. So they knocked him out and brought in the robot. So it's nice seeing the robot in there.
So is this guy with fire in his hand not in it?
No, he wasn't in the cartoon. So they for kids. So they brought in the robot to replace him, but now this has everything. He's in it. He's still into. If you look at the Chris Evans version, yeah, Chris Evans is a narcissist. He's egotistical. He hits on women all the time. It's what I guess at the time they thought Storm would be. And this guy, and I don't know their names, so I'm just going to call them their characters. But Johnny Storm is. He does that. He does do some of that. He does do a lot of show because he's got the fire. He talks about women and all that stuff, but he's just not a dick. He's not. And the Thing is good. And the problem is that Reed, Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards he's supposed to be the smartest man in the world, but he does some dumbass shit, which doesn't make a lot of sense for the smartest man in the world to. And this isn't spoiling anything, but they try to move Earth. And a lot of people out there said that, well, that's the dumbest thing in the world, because what about the moon? Well, if you pay attention to the film, the moon is brought up twice, that it's in this field that's with the Earth. But if you take the Earth and move it to another solar system, whatever is in that solar system is going to get all messed up. So it's like, for the guy who's really smart, it's a dumb thing, unless maybe he's just being desperate. I liked it. I would say probably 4 out of 5. It's not including Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think is the greatest Marvel movie ever made. It's probably the best thing since Endgame. And I have a lot of problems with Endgame to begin with, and with Captain Marvel, because that's when Kevin Feige officially took over, and everything went, it turned into the MCU. But it's definitely worth seeing. I liked it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and Masashi says respect John for changing your mind.
Thank you,
Because last week you were killing it, saying what you had heard about it, and it was not that, huh?
No, because I mean, she gets pregnant. That's the whole thing. First steps, I guess, would probably be the baby. But that's the thing is Galactus, who looks great, and I forget the actor's name, but the actor who plays him is really good too. He's a Brit. Wants the baby, and he's saying, "Well, I'll destroy your planet unless you give me the baby," because he wants to leave, he wants to retire, and he wants the baby to take his place. And that's the whole thing is they have to then figure out how to stop Galactus from destroying the world without giving them their baby.
So where does Silver Surfer come into all this? Because I like Julia Garner.
That's another thing. She's not in the movie that much. She's based off of a character that is really only in like one comic or one graphic novel. The character, I believe, dies. A lot of people had an issue because they said that it was like, DEI woke, that it's a woman. Okay, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. There are other female Silver Surfers that people like better, but she is the one that goes from planet to planet, letting people know, hey, your planet's going to be destroyed. Your planet's going to be eaten up by Galactus. So say your goodbyes. And so Johnny tries to connect with her and flying next to her and stuff. And because I guess they're supposed to be around the same age technically. And so she's not in the movie that much. It bothered me that they did do the gender swap, but I said this in my review. Do we need the same thing in every single movie? I don't want woke. I don't need DEI. I don't need any of that. But I could take a different story. And so, you already have Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. Then you got the two, that came out, with like Jessica Alba. And then you had Fan Four Stick. Everyone is totally different. And we already saw the male Silver Surfer. Okay, let it be a girl. Okay. All right. Because she's not woke or anything. She's not. And Julia Garner said, I was hired to play a role, and that's what I'm going to do. And she didn't bash on fans or anything. She's just like, I'm just playing a role. So she's fine. There's nothing wrong.
Julia Garner is great. I love Julia Garner. I've enjoyed so much the Apartment 7A and then Ozark, and man, she's been great. What was it, Wolfman or Werewolf or whatever, I think it's
Wolfman,
right?
Wolfman. Yeah,
she was great in the movie. It wasn't a great movie, but she was great in it.
No complaining about the actors in it, so that's all though.
But okay, so you enjoyed it. 1 to 5 stars. Where are you putting it?
I'd give it a 4. I mean, no, I would give it a 4. Superman, I would give a 4, but I like Superman better. Okay. So just a little bit better.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, very cool. So, man, we are. Well, I guess we're only an hour and a half. It seems like longer than that, but we watched some movies this week. John and I did, and we kind of go through them and maybe talk about them a little bit. But also, did you have pickups this week, John?
I do, but I can save them for next time. So
how many do you have?
Well, I don't have one horror movie in here.
Let's talk about the horror movies we watched.
I mean, what I have would be a good segue from Fantastic Four because they're mostly comic book stuff. So
let's do this. First person to answer. Do we do pickups or do we start talking about the movies we watched this week? What do we talk about next? The movies we watched, or do we go into John's pickups? What do we do? First answer is the way we go. Let's see what happens here. Maybe people are getting videos or ads or something. Well, there it is. Mr. Bones says pickups. So, okay. John, we go to your pickups.
I don't have that many, so
maybe is everybody getting hit with ads? Are you getting bombarded with the advertisements again? Yeah, phone is blowing up all of a sudden. Is that why everybody keeps leaving? Because we go from 40 down to 20 to 40 down to 20. The viewers, it's just going crazy. So I don't know. Greg says, doesn't matter. He's here for whatever. No ads today so far. Solid stream. Glad to hear it. No ads. I haven't been kicked once. Okay. Glad to hear it, everybody. So, I mean, if it's just people coming and going, great. Thank you. All right, John. Well, what do you got, sir?
Well, I won't dwell on this like I normally do. So, because this isn't horror, it's for the most part mostly comic book. But I did pick up a Funko Pop.
Ooh, we like Funko Pops.
Yes, this is interesting. It's a composite Superman. So it's Batman and Superman. So it's half Batman, half Superman, but he's green. I don't know why he's green.
Batman versus Superman, and they made a sexy time, and that's what popped out.
There we go. I'll buy into that. They made a little Batmite. Yeah. So this, I really like this a lot. I put it in one of those cases that you sent me. So I got that right there. Nice. But it's just, I'm wondering maybe if somebody out there that likes comic books or DC, maybe there's some reason why it's green. Like it's a comic book character. I don't know. It's just because it doesn't glow in the dark. Normally they have a sticker that says glow in the dark. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. But I really like it. I was looking for something Superman and I found this.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah. Superman and Batman. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Then I did pick this up. Speaking of Batman, these are both the original serials from like the 40s. So the ones that, like the cliffhangers.
Serial, like show?
Yeah, remember those?
What do you mean by serial?
But they were cliffhangers before you would go to the movie. Like you would see the movie, they would play like Dick Tracy or SOS Coast Guard or the Crimson Ghost with Bela Lugosi or something, and they would be like 10 to 15 minutes long, and each one would end with a cliffhanger of the character maybe dying, and then in the next episode you would see how that character would get out of it.
I have no idea what that is. That's interesting. This is
remember Misery? That's what Kathy Bates is talking about. How he didn't get out of the stupid duty car. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't remember it that well, but
yeah, Captain.
So Marvel that is a CD or DVD with like multiple short little episodes on it.
Yeah, so this is Batman from the 40s, and then this one is Batman and Robin from the 40s.
So they're movies?
Yeah, well, they're played in the theaters, but these days you would watch them on television. But it's a 2-disc set with all of them. So there's probably like 15 episodes from 1943. So
they're episodes on there. It's not like one movie of Batman.
No
episodes.
No.
Okay.
And this is old school, like school stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, from the 40s. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So like the Batmobile is just a car. They probably found like a fancy car.
And so those are called serials.
Yeah. Okay. With an S, serials or cliffhangers or something like that. Okay. They're really fun. I mean, if you enjoy stuff, it's like I said, they're like 15 minutes maybe. And they fight the bad guys, and then the bad guys throw dynamite into the cave, and Batman's trying to get out, and the cave explodes, and then it says, will Batman survive on the next episode? And then you come to the movie next week to see if Batman lives or not, and then you see that he just goes down like another tunnel.
Oh, so it's kind of just another excuse, another reason to get you into the theater.
Yeah, it was part of probably World War II and all that stuff. So they had all the commercials and kind of like they do today, but it was better back then.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be man. I would much rather. I would be at the theater every week if there was like a running Batman show before the movies. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I used to. Oh, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say, House of G Fam says I used to watch the old 40s Batmans. They're all black and white, right? Still a fun show. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Greg says, I think I have seen that Batman bid you're holding. Nice. And Christian has those. So there you go. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's all news to me, man. News to me. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. So but also to kind of go along with that, I did pick up the Fleischer, the Max Fleischer cartoons of Superman that came out in the 40s. Once again, this would play in the theaters before the movie. There's 17 of them. They're 3 minutes long, 5 minutes long. and they're beautifully made. I mean, absolutely gorgeous cartoons back in the day. So, but it's you know, and of course, this is the time where same thing with the serials. You know, everybody's fighting Hitler, everybody's fighting the Japanese, everybody's you know, because it's all the World War II stuff.
Oh yeah, funny.
Yeah, so this is the same thing that you know, Superman would be fighting Hitler. You know,
that's cool.
So yeah, so these are a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then got the kind of do these in a little bit of an order. This is the original Superman. So this is Kirk Allen. He did 2 serials, and then later, then they went to the George Reeves ones. So this is 2 of his, and it has just quickly. So these are the theatrical serials, and on one disc you get Superman, and then on the other disc is Atomic Man versus Superman. And these are all the chapters. So there's 15 episodes in each one. And these are all black and white. You can see it on the sides there. But he was the OG Superman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
Greg says the Batmobile is an old convertible. When the top was up, was Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. And when the roof was down, was Batman and Robin.
That makes sense. Yeah, Green Hornet was the same thing. They did 2 serials for Green Hornet, and the car was basically a car. You know, but yeah, you just, I guess for that time, that's what you got.
Yeah, I mean, back in the 40s, you know, you do what you can do.
And then in the 80s, they revived some stuff like Gidget. The New Monkeys were out there. I know one of them, which is great. I interviewed him, Dino Kovacs, and they did a Superboy series, and which I really enjoyed. So I picked up I finally got it. I'm not going to say how much I paid for this friggin' thing, but I got season 1, Fluffy.
Did you buy that from Fluffy?
No.
He said he sold his already. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's out of print. It's rare, but I found it at a decent price, so I picked it up. But I also picked up season 2 because, and there's 4 seasons, because there's 2 different Superboys. He got fired.
Oh.
And they kind of redid the show. They got a new Lex Luthor, who is Bub in Day of the Dead. He took over as Lex Luthor, and they brought this guy in, and then he was Superboy for the rest of the show. So I figured I'll get 2 because it's 2 different actors. So
something is very wrong with this stream. I just don't get it. Oh, we're down to 11 viewers now. What the hell's going on? Where'd everybody go? Are we still there? Did we lose everybody?
Do you not like my Superman stuff?
Now we're down to 8. No, we're just slowly losing everybody. What the hell? Where'd everybody go? Man, StreamYard, you are killing me right now. Wow, you're still here. Maybe YouTube is lying. Now we're back to 8:16. I mean, we were literally in the mid 30s, and then it was like, I'm at 20, what? And then 15, and then 11, then 8. I don't know what's going on with the numbers. I look at this stuff, and I'll tell everybody why I constantly look at how many viewers we have. Because if I see the viewers start to drop, that tells me we're boring you. And then I try to push on, and sometimes I'll, kind of push John toward, I'll pop something else up. So we move on to the next topic. So, cause I don't want to be boring everybody, but, if the numbers are all over the map, like they are right now, it's so hard for me. So hopefully if we're boring the shit out of you, it's all John's fault.
I only have 3 left. So then we can move into the movies.
It's the aliens. I think Balzer's onto something. Brent Mania is still here and sees us. Absolute 0 issues. Thank you, House of G fam. It's just the number in the chat is up to 60. Yeah, it's weird. I wonder, like, it's so weird. During a live stream, and I know the numbers change a lot, but they never get down to single digits. So anyways, that's crazy. Cody, what's up, Cody? How you doing?
Hey,
watch him from the ER. Got a broken tooth, son of a gun.
Oh, that's thanks. Sorry.
Cody. Well, I hope you got insurance. That's going to be painful and pricey. Oof. So, yeah. See, and that's now I'm showing 21. So, yeah, and the number you're looking at sometimes will be different because if you're watching on my channel, you're not seeing how many viewers John has or vice versa or whatever. So, yeah, man, broken tooth. That sucks. I know all about broken teeth, man.
Yeah, sorry
And
about
so
that,
does
man.
Greg. Greg knows all about broken teeth. Great. We were up on the mountain. We were scouting out a filming location to shoot the post-credit scene for Clown Motel Massacre. And Greg was eating like an Astropop or something, and it ripped half of his tooth off. So Greg had to go get his tooth fixed, and he did. But man, that's AMC is paying for it. Happened to work. That I'm glad to hear, Cody. And I'm sorry. So still breaking a tooth has got to be painful, dude. That sucks.
Yeah.
So okay, John, what do you got? What else you got over there?
These two I could do as one, so there's really only two left. Krypton, which is the Superman series that takes place on his planet. I believe it's his grandparents. But it is supposed to be a prequel to like Man of Steel, or maybe even Superman the movie. I haven't watched them yet, but it's weird. Zod is black in these. So this kind of reminded me of your Hannibal watching, where they're like, oh, this is canon, and it isn't. Zod's always been white. Odd's never been black. If you want, this is all in its own universe and its own thing. You can make him any color, make him Chinese if you want to. But it's like, no, if this is supposed to follow, and there's only 2 seasons, so I guess it never really it never came to a conclusion. But yeah, if you're gonna stick, there he is right there. But it's like, okay, if you're gonna change it.
Yeah, to me, I don't know. That's I get what you're saying as far as, but I mean, if you're gonna make it canon, if you're gonna say my expectations of canon, are that they're the same color or whatever, the same ethnicity, then why not go to it should be the same actor or whatever. I don't know. I get what you're saying with that, but as long as he's the same person, has the same personality and everything, whether it's a black guy or white guy is, not that important. But I get what you're saying with that. Yeah, Greg really liked Krypton.
I've heard it's good. I heard that it only got canceled because it was too expensive, but viewership went down second season, so they got rid of it.
Kind of sounds like Gotham, where it's Gotham before Batman was there, where this is Krypton, so you're getting the Kryptonians or whatever they are before Superman, right?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, like the rise of Zod and all that type of stuff. So
Paul Doug Tucker's in the house watching on John's channel. What's up, Paul? How you doing?
Oh, thank you. So this is my last one, and it's season 2 for a show that should have at least gone on 3 seasons. It is incredibly underrated, and a lot of people agree with that, and that is Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles. I finally found season 2. So this is better than, except 1 and 2. Everything. This TV series was better than everything from part 3 on.
The girl that plays the Terminator in that's her on the side with the gun, right?
Summer Gall.
Yeah, she the only thing I know about that show is that she showed up on The Big Bang Theory on a train, and they got all excited because the Terminator girl was there.
Yeah, she's also in Firefly. So geeks, like sci-fi geeks love her.
Okay.
I thought maybe they should have.
That one's kind of been, I've been thinking about watching that.
It's interesting because they say with Terminator 3 that Sarah Connor died from cancer, but since this is a sequel to part 2, they skip part 3, but the cancer is known in this.
Oh, so it's a in betweenquel.
Yeah,
in between 2 and 3, kind of.
Yeah, because basically just they didn't have any room for, I guess, Sarah Connor in part 3, so they say, oh, she died of cancer off screen. Linda Hamilton said that she didn't come back because it just wasn't anything to do. But and then we got Leah Henley here, who's from Game of Thrones. So in part 2, she skips right. They go through time, but they skip over part 3, but still acknowledge the cancer from part 3. So she does go and get herself tested and stuff. Just none of the events happened in part 3.
Okay.
So, and it even has the lead singer of Garbage is in it. She plays one of the main Terminators, like the Liquid Terminator.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good show. It deserved to do better than what it did. So,
how many seasons did it get?
Only 2. It was never finished. They were planning on a part 3, and I guess when it was, in between seasons, they were like,
yeah.
So
interesting.
It's very unfortunate.
Cody says, no more popcorn for me. Man, is that how you broke your tooth, on a popcorn kernel? Oh, that hurt like shit. Oh, that sucks, Cody. Let's see here.
Oh, no, I have 2 more.
Yes. Okay, well, let me get through a couple comments. Yes, what Gotham is to Batman is what Krypton is to Superman. Okay. I have to rewatch Sarah Connor Chronicles. Easy for me to say. That is something I should watch. I saw Big Bang episode with Summer and was hilarious. Yeah, that was it was a very funny episode. Have you seen that one, John?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, when she's on the train, that is very funny. John, what's the deal with Firefly? It's got some diehard fans. Am I missing out?
It is. Well, they also made the movie Serenity, which it's Josh Whedon before he got canceled. It was on Sci-Fi Channel, but it was one of those things, kind of like the Trimmers TV show, where it would be on Wednesday, then it was on Tuesday, then it was on Saturday, then it was on Friday, and then nobody could watch it. And they said with like Trimmers, it was on purpose that they did this to get the show canceled. Because even the movies were coming out at the same time. Like Michael Gross would go do a Trimmers movie and then come back and do the show. And from what I understand, that's what they also did with Firefly. And it's a good show. It's a space western. It's a good show that has, I think, become bigger than probably what Sci-Fi Channel thought it would be. So it's a good show.
Keeping your same bat time and your same bat channel is important. There's a reason that it really frustrates me when Horror Movie Monday has to deviate from 7 p.m. on Monday. Like if I'm out of town and we got to push it to 9, or having to move it to Tuesday or whatever like that. Fat Samurai Guy mentioned there is a movie premiere coming up that he wants me to go with him to. That's on a Monday about 3 weeks from now. I told him, I was like, dude, I don't know, man. I hate moving Horror Movie Monday because, everybody expects us to be here, and I want to be here. So I get that with the shows.
So 2 last ones.
So Firefly. So Firefly, it's a space Western. Is it, what does that mean?
It has a very Western type of feel to it, kind of like Magnificent Seven in space.
Like what's going on? Is it a revenge? Are they like Star Wars or Star Trek where they're just on a journey to explore, or what's going on? How does it start? Like, what's the reason for the show?
God, I haven't seen the film. I haven't seen the series in a long time.
Okay,
it's
all right. Okay.
It's like they're like pirates. They're like, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, they do jobs and stuff like that. And it's like Christian says, gunslingers in space. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Balzer says this is, and Balzer knows what's up. We need a woman Terminator film. She's a feminist sent back in time to wipe out all the white males.
Ouch.
But I should have right here. I should have had it here. Maybe I'll stand up and grab it real quick.
Hopefully you have pants on.
Yes.
Well, wait,
this is why I'm the 8-minute man. This is why I'm the 8-minute man. Go ahead.
I forgot about these because I set them aside. You gave me crap for this. Everybody's giving me crap for this. I've been made fun of by everybody over there, and it's.
Oh yeah.
It's all of them.
John's fired.
Expanded, uncut, everything. So sorry, guys.
And the sad thing is, you went and bought those, I could have given you them.
These are expanded, and yours weren't expanded. If I'm going to buy this, is a triple feature of the extended editions, and then these are the expanded edition for part 1. I like Kristen Stewart. I think she's hot, and
I got
and of
no
course
problem with
we also
Kristen
got
Stewart.
Batman in it too.
Well,
So
yeah, we like Batman.
I know. I'm
But
kind of
not-
gay.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a little
Kinda?
gay. I know.
A little?
I'm gay. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, John. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey, I also own Hunger Games. All the Hunger
Yep.
Games movies. I also own
Yep.
Divergent. I own The
John,
Maze Runner.
you go stand in the corner, John.
I
You've
own
been
all
banished.
of those. So
John has to stand in the corner for a half hour now. Oh man. Well, Masashi likes it too. There you go, John. You're not alone.
there we go.
There's
Thank
one
you.
other
Thank you,
person.
kind sir.
One other person. Yes. So yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Like I had like fancy big old box set, like limited edition ones and all that stuff. You know, but I mean, you do your thing, homeboy.
I just got them.
Yeah. You know what? If you think you'll watch them, buy them. And if you're John Ward, even if you know you'll never watch it, fucking buy 'em.
I did do a marathon on, I forget what holiday it was, but I noticed that one of these channels, like Freevee or whatever it is, I watched like all the Hunger Games movies in a row, and then the next holiday I watched all the Twilight movies in a row. And yeah, Twilight is a lot worse than Hunger Games, but
so yeah, it is. Greg, you are correct. We are in a judgment-free zone, but we are definitely in a elbowing. And
I expect it. I expect it. I you know, if I thought that I would get destroyed, I wouldn't have even said anything. So,
so we got to talk about the movies we watched. We watched at least one of the same movie this week, but I'm just going to start out with this real quick. So I put on Get Out. Thank you very little for telling me this was good, John. But I would have bought it anyways. So people keep telling me, oh, you have to give it a chance. You have to give it a chance. Here's my problem. Maybe this is a good movie, but we start out immediately. And I'm not going to go political. I'm just going to state facts. We start out with a black guy in the suburbs going, oh man, black people, basically saying black people don't belong in the suburbs. Then we get a opening credit, and you want to pull me in. You want to pull me in, and you don't want me being the white guy to be racist or judgmental of blacks. The opening song repeatedly uses the N-word over and over and over and over and over. Then we show all kinds of shots of the ghetto. So you're saying black people don't belong in the suburbs. Black people belong in the ghetto because black people don't fit it. And then you get, I would have voted for Obama a third term. He says that. He goes, or she says it or whatever. I think the girl says, I would have voted for Obama a third term. And at that point I said,
I'm telling you, there's a reason for all of that. There is a twist, and there's a reason for it. So, I mean, I could tell you what the twist is, and I like Jordan Peele.
I'm never going to watch it. Maybe it's a good movie.
I like all three of his films.
See, yeah.
So I think that they're all good, and Us, I think, is best one. So it's okay, guys. We're going to vote again, because I know some of you probably haven't seen Get Out. Should I tell Philip what the twist is? Yes or no?
Oh, I don't care, because I'll never watch it. It doesn't.
But
matter.
I don't want them if they haven't seen it.
Okay,
I don't
John
want to say
tell
what
me.
it is.
Yeah, all fair. Talking Chucky podcast was up. Says OGP. I really enjoyed this one. If you can get past the opening, you might enjoy the direction it goes. That's what people keep telling me. But God damn it, man! Here's the thing. I love black people. I love Mexicans. I love everybody. I don't fucking love people that are out breaking the law, and I don't love people who are looking. I never owned a slave. Don't ask me for fucking reparations. So that's where I'm at with it. So I just do your thing, live your life. If you make a great movie, go do it. it's not for me. And I can't.
It does get, and I hope you don't lose people. It does get frustrating. I watched Peacemaker because I'm into the whole comic book thing.
Love Peacemaker. Phenomenal.
It's a little woke. It's a little, so I'm kind of like, I got past the whole vigilante thing, which really still pisses me off, but oh well. And I did enjoy it. The trailer for season 2 looks really good. They go multi-universe in it. Yeah. And then I watched Creature Commandos, which was the first thing to come out from James Gunn, written and directed by James Gunn. It's the animated show where it's all monsters, basically. And the very beginning, I mean, we are not 1 to 2 minutes in. We see a TV, it's all animated, and it's showing a fat guy with a MAGA hat. I don't know. I thought this was woke. Everybody around me's woke. I don't understand it. And 2 or 3 people are like that. And I'm like, am I done? Am I done? I don't want this. After that, not once. Not once. I don't know why James Gunn included that. Because to me, you probably lost some of your audience. But it's like episode 1. There's 7 episodes. And I'm like, God, please don't make this like this throughout the whole thing. I don't need this to be political. I just want to see monsters fighting. That's all I want to see. So but it ended up being really good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. If you could just cut that beginning off, we'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, for example, going back to Evil Dead Rise, I can take, if you have, for example, I just watched another movie that we're going to talk about in a minute that has a gay guy. It's fine. No problem with that at all. Much respect. It's a great movie. I love it. We'll talk about it. I don't care. Live your life, do your thing. If that happens to pop up in the movie, fine. If then, like with Evil Dead Rise, if you have the trans person, you have the lesbian, you have the sign on the wall, you have the bitching at the mom, like older people are bad, you have deadbeat dads, the only men get killed. If you have all these things that are going woke, then it's a problem. If they had the black guy walking through the suburbs going, man, I don't feel right here, okay, haha, chuckle, move on. But then when the next scene and the next scene and the next scene, and you're like, I can't, I'm done, I'm out, I'm tapped out, I'm done. So that's my problem with it. It didn't just throw it out there. It harped on it. And I'm not watching a movie to hear anybody's political agenda. You guys know where I am. I'm sure everybody does, but I'm not here to talk about that.
Well, and that's the thing. You would have Indiana Jones would fight Nazis. That's the bad guy. The Nazis are the bad guys. That's why they went back to having him fight Nazis a couple of times. Nazis were the bad guys, but now it's Trump is the bad guy. Trump supporters are the bad guy. Yeah. And nobody wants to see this. It's just, I don't, it just does not interest me at all. Yeah. I just don't care.
But it goes either way. I don't want to turn on a movie where they're bashing trans people. I don't want to turn that on either. I just want to turn on a movie that is a movie, people living their lives. It's just what I want. That's just what I want.
Yeah. Well, like Creature Commandos. All I want to see are monsters fighting some monsters. That's it. I don't, it doesn't have to have a political thing in it.
So House of G Fan says, I haven't seen Get Out, but watch Jordan Peele in interviews who says the movie is all about racism. Mr. Bone, OGP saw that saw bucket with the crown looks like Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah, behind you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No. So, John and I got these. The person, we went to get drinks at Burger King, and the person handed them to us. So it's hysterical. And then John and I take a picture driving down the freeway wearing these.
2 kings.
So these are epic now. So
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know where to put it, but it does fit on Billy's head kind of perfect. So
and then when I sit, it looks like I'm wearing a little crown.
No, and my head is bigger than yours, not ego wise or metaphorically, but that fucking thing, man. I had it on this big as it gets, and it's still like won't even rest on my head. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Lopan, man. Can't go wrong with some Big Trouble in Little China.
No, not at all.
So we'll start with Truth or Dare. John mentioned that he was watching this last night. So I was like, oh, okay. I was looking for a movie to watch. So I thought, somebody also, House of GFM, was that you that said this earlier? Billy also looks like Sergeant Kabukiman, NYPD.
Oh, he kind of does. Yeah, from a that's the trauma movie. It's they got the Toxic Avenger, they got Casa of Nukem High. Their other guy is Sergeant Kabukiman.
Okay, I don't know that. I'm not the biggest trauma fan. So, but that's funny though. I'll have to go look that up now. But Truth or Dare, John mentioned he was watching it, and you had seen this before, right?
Yes, and I always got it confused with Smile, and I hated Smile when I first saw it, and I hated this when I first saw it, and then I would confuse them. I am now a fan of Smile. I like Smile 2 better. I watched this last night. The movie makes no sense and no logic whatsoever, but I found it enjoyable. I liked it. I think the lead actress, for those of you out there who watched my list of 10 or 12 hot women, Lucy Hale would now be that's not a good picture of her, but that's her there.
No, that's not a very good picture of her at all. Yeah. Lucy Hale's great.
Yeah. And so I wanted to watch it again because I've been in that thing of, if I hated something a couple of years ago, maybe I like it now. And I did enjoy it, but there is so much explanation to the Truth or Dare game that it's like, my God, they probably spent more time just thinking of the explanation than they did the rest of the movie. Yeah. So, and this is also by the guy who did Fantasy Island, which I also didn't like, which has Lucy Hale. So now I'm going to rewatch that. But I looked him up on like IMDb. This guy's made a ton of good movies.
Fantasy Island's not a horror. That's like a Fantasy Island, like
Fantasy Island sci-fi. Right? Yeah, it's but
it's really, like the TV show from back in the 70s or whatever, right?
Right. But it almost seems like
the plane.
Yes, that guy or that show. But it's almost like the director is also one of the writers for both Fantasy Island and this. It's almost like they never watched Fantasy Island and he's never played Truth or Dare. Okay. So, because I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was like, I watched the making of and all that stuff. So,
well, I will tell you, I put this in and I was confusing this with another movie. And I thought I had seen this before, but after a few minutes, I realized I had not seen this before. I really enjoyed this. And unlike John, I think it does make sense. Everything is explained. I'm going to drop a couple light spoilers. I think it's still worth watching. But you have a group of people that are on vacation together. And they wind up, I'm trying to be careful with the spoilers. They wind up in an old abandoned kind of castle thing with this guy playing Truth or Dare. You find out that earlier on, somebody else was playing Truth or Dare with that guy, and they unleashed this spirit demon thing. And until that demon was kind of dealt with or put back in the bottle, people had to keep playing Truth or Dare. Every time it was somebody's turn to play Truth or Dare, the people around them smiled like the movie Smile. And so I was like, man, this reminds me a lot of Smile. And John is correct with that. And so, but nobody else can see these people smiling, only the person whose turn it is. Kind of like in Smile, nobody else sees the people smiling, just that person. The way it kind of went and took turns, it went in a row and it just kept going in a row. There was a lot of things that they had to do. And I liked the way that if they kept going, I want truth, because I don't want to do a dare. I don't want to die. Eventually the game was like, no, fuck you. They did 2 truths in a row. So you have to do dare. I kind of like the way the game forced their hand at times. I thought the acting was great. I thought the way it was shot was great. A variety of locations. I thought it was fun. The pacing was great. There was a lot of kills. I had a very good time with this. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I'm glad that you decided to watch this, John, because it's been sitting on my shelf. I mean, it was factory sealed. I had to take the plastic off of it to watch this. So I'm very happy with this. Glad that it was the unrated director's cut.
Yeah.
And man, I mean, you talk about twisted. Some of the stuff that Lucy Hale's character and her BFF go through, with her being dared to have sex with her friend's boyfriend. Woo!
Her friend, you guys need to see this to kind of get it.
They're both shitheads. They're both shitheads, though.
But her friend, what did her friend do? Her friend gets all the bad stuff happening to her.
What?
Like she did really. But my question:
she was a hooah. She was cheating on her boyfriend left and right. So...
but just things happened. Just one after another for her.
No,
I just don't know what do the
right.
smiles have to do with Truth or Dare. There are no smiles in Truth or Dare.
I think that is that's no, but that's to let the audience know that's the demon. You know, okay, we know now this is the demon. And they're making this person play the game. So it's a way for us to see the game like it's their turn now. I liked it. Did it make sense? Did it need to be that way? No, but I liked it.
I agree with Lucy Hale. At one point, she says what they look like are from Snapchat. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
Like a Snapchat filter?
Yeah, because it looks like crap. So I thought that their smiles did not look good at all. So
I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
I really enjoy, as much as you're not a fan. I am a big fan. I really enjoyed this. I give this 3.5 stars. Where are you at?
Okay. 2.5, maybe 2.5.
Wow, okay.
Because even with Smile, I didn't like Smile because one, I thought that it was stupid to begin with. But Kevin Bacon's daughter is in it. She's the lead. My God, you can see every bone on her body. It's like, girl, eat a sandwich. Like she is. It is so uncomfortable watching her that she's just in a shirt and you can just see her ribs. And it's just like, my God, it's like, and the camera adds 10 pounds. So how thin are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
See, I can forgive all that stuff as long as you have a good story.
It's like looking at Donnelly Heising.
I thought this was a fun story. Well, I thought this was a fun story. No, that's a scary thing right there. But I thought this was a fun story. I highly recommend, if anybody hasn't seen it, I highly recommend Truth.
But the ending, which we won't say anything.
Oh, the
great.
Fucking see,
the
and that's one
great.
thing. There's so many movies. Another movie where I'm like, fuck the ending of this movie. Rosemary's Baby. Fuck the ending of this movie. Truth or Dare nails it. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. We won't spoil it. They nail the ending on that. They nailed it. And
some films just get it, like Pulse 3. I'm sorry, no, the first Pulse movie. Both the American and the Asian one have a great ending like that. The Monkey, great ending like that.
Oh, the Monkey, yeah.
I mean, it is, and so this one is, and it's similar to another movie. So I'm not going to say because it mimics that other movie.
Yeah,
but it is. I completely forgot about it. And when it gets,
this was
was it? So the other film stole it, and it's I completely forgot about it, and I went, oh yes, it made me give it a little more, of a rating to it because
I am so glad you mentioned that last night. I really enjoyed watching that.
Well, you're welcome.
So, Rosemary's Baby. This is a movie I watched the other day. I mean, it's a classic. We've all seen it. I saw it years and years and years ago. I don't remember when, but on this list, and that's the reason I got Get Out. That's the only reason I bought Get Out, because this list of 100 movies, Fangoria's and my daughter got me the poster. You scratch them off as you've seen them. So I'm like, I'm going to go through and I'm going to watch them all again and scratch them all off. So Rosemary's Baby, I had recently, more recently than this, watched Julia Garner in Apartment 7A. That is how this should have ended. This, she just she's got Satan as a baby and it just ends. I'm like, no, your baby is Satan. Jump out the window, kill yourself, kill the baby, end it. And no, she doesn't. So, I mean, to me, this should have been the prequel. And like I mentioned to John, to The Omen, maybe the baby was Damien, but no, in here it was Adrian, right? Which I think No, because there's an R. I was like, maybe Damien, Adrian. No, it's close with the letters spelling them. But anyways, classic movie. But oh my God, I forgot how long this son of a bitch is. Like 2 hours and 24 minutes or something. This is painful to get through if you've already seen it, but it's a classic. It's going nowhere. And part of the reason that I picked this off of that list, because I'm kind of going randomly through the list, was because I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which definitely has a connection to this. So with Polanski and all that stuff. So Rosemary's Baby, man, it's a well put together movie, but wow, it's long. I give it 2.5 stars. John, have you seen Rosemary's Baby recently enough that you could?
Not recently. No, okay. I can't say. I mean, for people to know, I mean, Apartment 7A is a prequel, and it ends right where Rosemary's Baby begins, and then there is a TV movie. It's either Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby, or it's This Is What Happened to Rosemary's Baby. Okay. And it's supposed to be awful. It's supposed to be horrible. I think I have a download of it just to have it. But I haven't seen it in a very long time. Me being a Sinatra fan, I mean, I like all the behind the scenes stuff that Sinatra divorced her.
Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow. Yeah, he said if you go make that movie, I'm divorcing you, and he did. Yeah. So
I wonder if it's because, I mean, she's pretty naked in this a bit, so I wonder if that had something to do with it, or maybe he just was like Roman Polanski's a creep. You're not working with that guy. Yeah, who knows what the reason was, but Mia Farrow's phenomenal in this. She didn't age that well. The older she got, she's a lot of women when they get older, they still look good and stuff. She not so much, but man, in this,
she did marry Woody Allen, so maybe that says something.
Yeah. So why don't you show something? Was there something else that you watched that you have right there?
Well, okay, so I have the two. Last week, you guys said I need to watch 2 movies.
Ooh, yeah.
So one of them was a pickup.
Yes.
And so I watched it immediately. When this show was done, I immediately went and watched it. And so I did watch Miss March.
All right. I love Miss March. It is a great comedy. What did you think?
It was okay.
Oh, fuck off.
I laughed out loud. I LOL'd many times. I have a problem with unrated, fully exposed edition, rental exclusive, all this stuff, because I did watch the unrated version. She's in Playboy, and we never see her naked. What we see,
but there's other boobs in there. I
don't care. I want to see the guy's girlfriend that we're supposed to be, this is his whole journey. And the only thing they show from Playboy is a centerfold. They don't show any other pictures or anything, because she would have been naked in a whole bunch of them, but she's covering her body up. Okay. Don't hire her, hire an actress who will at least show her boobs and do that at least. Because I know there's a lot of these women that were in Playboy, not the Playmates necessarily, but if they're known, like an actress or something, they'll show boobs, but they'll cover below. And so that, even though I think that she is very good looking, that annoyed me because I wanted to see her naked. And I think with all of this,
but now
you should have seen her naked.
With horsedick.mpeg or whatever his name is.
That was funny.
Actually not having a dick.
That was funny.
That was hysterical. And then the girl falling out of the back of the RV.
Her just being like,
oh my God.
There is a lot of, this is a very funny film. It is. Yeah. But this guy is the worst friend ever. My God. He is the worst friend ever, because she's been communicating with the best friend that she's the one paying for him to stay in the hospital. And the whole reason why she became a Playboy Playmate was to help him in the hospital. And the friend is completely obsessed with himself, because he's like a total narcissist. And he never tells him this. This guy is the worst friend ever. He is
You're
horrible.
reviewing this like a drama now, like it's a comedy. He's supposed to be a dickhead of a friend.
And this guy
if you're looking at it as a drama, then yeah, I could, I understand where you're coming from there, but and
he's I don't think he should have gotten anybody because he never really changes. He does. There's no arc for him, so he's just kind of a dick from the whole movie, and then he does meet somebody at the end that because it does say like 4 years later or something like that, and so he does change, I guess, within those 4 years. This guy, our main character, is a total cuck. I mean, this guy is. I mean, I get it. He's been in the coma for like 3 or 4 years, so he doesn't know things, and she did talk about abstinence, and now she's a Playboy playmate. So, but his attitude towards her, which is that I am holier than thou, I just got pissed off at. I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
It in my mind, it's a comedy. All it's supposed to do is make me laugh. I don't care nothing about character arcs or any of that stuff, as long as there's moments that make me laugh. So I would never have been as critical of it, like in the sense that you are. But I mean, we all look at movies differently. So to each,
but I did think it's funny, and I would watch it. And my whole reason for picking it up, as Talking Chucky podcast says, yes, it is from the director of Barbarian, which I loved. And he disowns this movie, I believe. And Weapons. Wow. Yeah. So I do want to see Weapons also. I think he's a really good director. I really enjoyed this. I just think that I don't know. It's like, I love all the stuff with Hugh Hefner, and, with like Hugh Hefner telling the friend, kind of like, get a life, type of thing. Like, why are you mimicking me? Like, actually meet somebody, fall in love with them, have a family and everything. So, it's and I've always liked Hugh Hefner. I've had no issues with him at all. But I mean, it was good. It was funny. It stays in the collection. I like it. I just have some issues with it. So
okay. Well, Balzer says Truth or Dare has horrible scores from critics and the audience. I like. And now, are you looking? Is it the correct Truth or Dare? Because there's a couple of them out there, and another one is a turd. But I'm sure you're looking at the right one. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. I mean,
so if we look, so Truth or Dare, and I'm looking at Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. Here we go. Budget $3.5 million. How much do you think it made theatrically?
Oh, probably less than $1 million.
$95.3 million.
This made $95 million bucks.
That's what, according to Wikipedia. Yeah, budget $3.5 million, box office 95.3. Well, how do we not have like 8 sequels to this?
Right, right.
And then
but here's the thing: at the time this came out, this is before everybody hated Blumhouse for what they did to Halloween. So forgive the dogs back there. That'll stop in a moment. But Blumhouse's reputation has been going downhill. So, maybe.
So this film made so much money. Obviously, Jason Blum gave him, okay, what do you want to do next? Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island, budget, $7 million. Box office, $49 million. On a $7 million budget. What the hell?
Oh, good. I was just going to say, I was just about to have to step away and beat some dogs' asses. I don't know what they're barking at, but I was going to have to murder some dogs, but I mean,
look, if you look at this guy for the films that he's made, and I'll quickly go through them. Cry Wolf, great slasher film.
What guy?
The director
of what? This?
Of that and Fantasy Island, who I hated until I looked him up. So, Cry Wolf is a really good slasher film.
Jeff Wadlow?
Yeah.
Is that him? Okay.
He also did Prey, which is like a killer lion movie. He did Never Back Down with Amber Turd, which is like a kickboxing movie. Kick-Ass 2, Nonstop with Liam Neeson, True Memoirs of an International Assassin. I don't know much about that. Truth or Dare, Fantasy Island, Bloodshot with Vin Diesel, Curse of Bridge Hollow. Yeah, it looks like a kid's thing. And he also did a film Imaginary for Blumhouse. This guy's made like a ton of movies.
Yeah, Imaginary, man. So much potential, such a disappointment. The only thing I give him any credit for is Truth or Dare. But I mean, yeah, obviously he has a resume, so he's done.
Bloodshot is awesome. Never Cried Wolf is awesome. I mean, it's like he's made some really good films.
Okay.
So it's like, what the hell, dude?
Balzer says white women aged like spoiled milk.
Oh, ouch.
Woo. Rosemary's Baby is a very slow burn. Yes.
Slow burn.
And that's like Paranormal Activity profit. Yeah. Or Napoleon. Well, I don't know if Napoleon Dynamite. I think Napoleon Dynamite made bank. What kind of movie is Barbarian? Is a horror movie that is amazing.
It has nothing to do with Barbarians. So yeah,
maybe one day we'll get a physical release of it.
Yeah, thanks to what is it, Netflix that never releases anything. You got to do a bootleg like I did with Apartment 7A.
Yeah. OGP, what's with the dogs barking? I don't know what set them off. Probably somebody came to the door, or maybe sometimes the cats will get close enough and they'll set off the door ring bell, and so I think maybe they thought that was like somebody out there and it was just a cat. I saw another comment that I wanted to address. Dang it, where'd it go? Shoot. Oh, here you go, Mr. Bones. John and OGP, have you seen Tarot? It reminded me of Truth or Dare. I agree with you, Mr. Bones, and I really enjoyed Tarot. John, have you seen that?
No, I've heard very, very mixed. So,
oh wow, I enjoyed it. I went in thinking it was gonna suck ass, and I walked away going, "Wow, I really liked that." So, I highly recommend Tarot. And yes, it does definitely vibe with Truth or Dare.
But I liked Wish Upon. So, maybe I would like Tarot. That's that Joey King film where they got the thing that they wish on, and it's like a monkey's paw. It's got Brian Felipe in it. It's the unrated version is better than the theatrical one, but it reminds me of this too. Like she goes, I wish for $1 million, and then her uncle like dies and leaves her all the money. I wish that she was ugly, and then she get hit by, like the friend that she's wishing it on, her enemy, would get hit by a car. So it's not bad, but so maybe I'll check out Tarot.
I've not seen that. I've not ever heard of that until right now.
And it's another one that has a great ending. It's just that's to me what makes the movie is the ending.
Nice. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Nope. For sure, Mr. Bones. I saw that and I just wanted to get to it. That's an awesome movie, John. Well, there you go. Mr. Bones likes Wish Upon. So there you go. Okay. I think that's what he was referring to.
And I have one more.
I know you do. And I know you do. I know you do. And so give me a second. Let me get through one more. I watched Trick or Treat because
that's right.
Ozzy's in it. I have 3 more movies that I watched that I want to.
Oh shit, we'll go for it. I only have one.
So, yeah. But Trick or Treat. So I watched it because of Ozzy. That like the day we found out that Ozzy passed away. This had been sitting on my shelf forever. I'd never seen it. Well, it had been on my list forever, and I bought it not too long ago, but it's been sitting on the shelf, and I hadn't got to it. This movie right here is so cool. The music is great. The vibe is great. The 80s feel. Everything about this is so cool. I wish that, our metalhead guy had like a friend that he hung out with more. He had the friend that he tells, to go destroy the tape. But I wish it was more like a Goonies or a Stand By Me vibe where there was like a little group of friends instead of just him. And maybe they were picked on. I think it would have been better that way. But everything about this is cool. his bedroom, the locations, the music, the cast, everything's great. But it kind of dragged. It just kind of dragged. And so, you know, I don't know. I think I give it like a 3, maybe. I think I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I say this is the coolest or most awesome, boring movie ever. So, John, have you seen this Trick or Treat?
I think when it originally came out, like years and years ago, being a Kiss fan, you know, I knew that Gene Simmons was.
Oh yeah, Gene Simmons is great. He's only in it a little bit. Ozzy's great. He's only in it a little bit. But it's an epic movie. It's just a little slow. So, and then I'll just quickly mention this because this bored the shit out of me. And that is Lucio Fulci's Manhattan Baby. Man, have you seen this one, John?
Long time ago, but it's, you know, the Italian stuff are kind of slow burns.
Oh yeah, no. At times, I mean, I love like the Italian, like there's something real dramatic going on. In America, we'd be hearing the dramatic movie or music. No, the Italians play disco.
Yes, they like
disco. Crazy stuff's going on. Like it's disco. But just like we get to America, you know, after, you know, the stuff happens, and it's just like, woo, we're just gonna put a shot of this thing, this little, you know, trinket thing, you know, or whatever, this picture, and it's a shot, and we're just gonna have music going, woo, telling the audience this is evil, woo. It's like, fuck, I know it's evil. You don't have to keep reminding me. So, anyways, I wanted to like this. It wasn't poorly put together or anything, because, you know, for the time that it came out, but damn it, this was boring. So that's it. I know everybody is dying to hear what John thinks about Unsane. So, John, that is the other one you watched, right? Don't be stealing my scissor idea.
Okay. So here it is. I've had it on my shelf for a long time. Bought it at the Dollar Tree. So it confused me. Okay. I didn't hate it. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It could have been shorter.
A lot.
I guess it's meant to be a commentary on the, you know, like the health system that she gets put into this institution for 7 days, and it's because they get money. And then they let her go after 7 days, and everybody's crazy in there. But she keeps thinking that she's seeing her stalker. And it went in different directions than what I thought it was. I thought it was, I'm going to do spoilers on this because, you know, I don't think anybody
spoil
cares.
Away, good sir.
So she meets up with like a black guy who has a phone. He's stuck in the phone. So I'll start from kind of the beginning, but I'm going to make it fast. She goes to a bar. She meets a guy. She goes, you're going to get exactly what you want. She takes him home. And then when she's about to make out with him, she freaks out. He like gets weirded out and he leaves. She goes to a therapist. They talk about the stalker. She's like, yeah, I kind of see it in everybody. And then she's like, well, here, go, you know, well, we should do more therapy on this. So she goes to this clinic and they talk to her and slowly but surely manipulate her into staying. You know, we'll fill out this paperwork. Okay, what is it for? It's just basic paperwork. She signs it. Well, now what are you doing to me? You signed paperwork that says you're staying here for 24 hours.
Yeah.
What? Okay, well, come with me. We'll let you go. You just need to do this. And it's a series of things that then she ends up in this population of these crazy people. And there's a black guy in there who I thought was maybe a doctor at first or something, but then, oh no, he's a patient. He has a cell phone that he has snuck in. So he's making calls off of it. And she keeps seeing her stalker. And then we get flashbacks to the stalker because she was reading novels to the stalker's dad who had like a stroke or something. And then the stalker became obsessed with her. The one thing is I could relate to this a little bit because I did have a stalker and it wasn't good. Like she knew everything about me. She went to all my neighbors' houses. She found out my schedule, everything. So I could identify a little bit with this, but it wasn't like what she goes through. And you think it's all in her head, but it ends up not being in her head. And then she ends up in the basement in like a padded cell, and the stalker comes in. So the stalker works at the place as a nurse, and she gets her pills wrong. And so they're like, well, we don't know who did this. And the stalker's using a different name, and she keeps calling him by the stalker name. And they're like, well, no, he's been vetted. He's very good. So he somehow knew that she went to this therapist, that the therapist said, go to this clinic, and that the clinic was going to keep her. So unless it's pure coincidence, he ended up there. He kills a guy that we find out that was the nurse, took his name, and now is there. Yeah, tell me about it.
We're all lost, Sean. We're all lost.
Yeah, it's confusing. There's an Alfred Hitchcock Presents episode where it's a black and white thing. They remade it when they redid Alfred Hitchcock. A husband gets his wife in the hospital. She was raped, and he's taking her home, and she all of a sudden goes, "That's the guy. That's the guy that did it right there." And he's like, "What?" She's like, "That's the guy." And he goes, "Are you sure?" Of course, yes, that's the guy. And he murders the guy. The husband gets back into the car. They're driving down the road, and the wife goes, "That's the guy." And he goes, "What?" She goes, "And that's the guy. And that's the guy." And so he murdered somebody totally innocent. She now sees everybody as her attacker. Yeah. And that's kind of how the episode ends. It reminded me of this. And I thought this was going to take twists, like a whole golem thing where the stalker's in her head. And we would then see like a Fight Club type of thing where she's talking to herself and hitting herself. So I don't hate it as much as you do. I just don't get the point. I don't know where this was coming from.
So my thought is they wanted to do like a movie about somebody. Are they crazy? Are they not? Like Shutter Island, great movie. Or maybe I don't know, Inception, something, where we don't really know what's going on because we're viewing everything from the perception of the person who may or may not be crazy. But it was so fucking boring. And then it's so boring that you kind of tap out and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Who's doing what? Like, it was not executed well. Plus, you're sitting there watching it. And if you, on your cell phone, if you go and you shoot something in, there's, the 3:4, 9:16, and then the full screen, whatever that one is. If you shoot in full screen around the edges, you can see the edge of the shot warp a little bit. You see this fucking camera warp on the edges because they're shooting with a goddamn iPhone.
There is a making of, and you see that he does shoot, the Soderbergh shoots on many different types of, cell phones, digital cameras. A lot of the times he's the one operating the camera. So he'd have that like little selfie stick and it would be on his phone and he would just be following people around with it. And I almost thought that was a creative choice, was to almost give it this fisheye lens look. Yeah. And because when he would move this way, it would give a weird image. Yeah. So I don't know if that was intentional or not. I didn't find it boring. And I think I didn't find it boring because you hate it so much. And everybody talks about it in the chat. And then so I was more curious of where is this going to go? Is this real? Is this fake? Is this in her head? And then it just gets more and more that this is real. Yeah. And then, they find the nurse out in the park dead that the stalker killed to take his place. But how does he know all of this? Yeah. He does follow her everywhere. And it's like, and I guess the stalker kills her mom because her mom doesn't believe at first that she's in this institute, then believes her. And so then she goes in and starts threatening to sue the institute and she's there with the stalker. So then the stalker goes to visit the mom in the hotel, and we never see what happened except that the mom no longer picks up the phone. So we have to assume that she's dead, that he killed her. So it's like, it's very confusing.
I mean, there are movies where you kind of have to decide. I mean, the next one I'm going to talk about, you kind of maybe have to decide. And I get that. That's fine if you're going to do that. But when it's boring as fuck, so that I kind of mentally tap out because I'm bored off my ass, but yet I have to stay invested to figure out what's going on. Fuck all that.
But it seems to be political. It seems to be like they want to talk about the healthcare system. They want to talk about how this happens to a lot of people. There are 2 cops in this that seem to be involved in it. Like she calls the cops. She gets her one phone call and she calls the police. The police show up. And the woman at reception said, well, she signed these papers. She signed them willingly, but of course she didn't know what she was signing.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, fine. But then once everything kind of comes out at the end, the cops then go in and start arresting people. This seems to be more of a how screwed up our healthcare system is movie, but also a stalker film at the same time.
To see if there was a soccer film, to see if there was like an allegory or anything, I would have had to have given enough of a fuck to pay attention. and I just couldn't. Maybe I was just too bugged at the shitty camera work. But I think, wasn't this Soderbergh's like fuck you to Hollywood too, right? So it was kind of like a fuck you to viewers as well, making something this shitty.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like a pandemic movie. I mean, Matt Damon.
No, it's before the pandemic, but it's it is. I think there was something going on with Soderbergh. It was like a fuck you to Hollywood or something. That's why he did it on that.
I loved all of his earlier films, Sex Lies, a Videotape, the Underneath. I mean, he even did the Ocean's 11 movies. I mean, he's done
like Ocean's 11
and mainstream stuff. He'd flip back and forth, but he got into this weird thing where I'm going to tell these stories using a cell phone. I'm going to tell stories about using a phone that's in like a camera in my watch. So he started experimenting with all of these things, and some work and some don't. And you got almost kind of like Kevin Smith. You know, Kevin Smith all of a sudden, like after Cop Out, was a completely different director.
I don't know the order of Kevin Smith's movies, but I fucking love Tusk.
See, I hated Tusk. I did not like Tusk.
Tusk was phenomenal.
Yeah, and that was part of his trilogy, and I hated all 3 films. So So I didn't hate this as much as you did. I don't think I would ever watch it again, but I'm not going to destroy it because it is Soderbergh, and I'll probably pick up his movies at some point. But yeah, I get where you would be very frustrated with this because it's. I don't think it plays fair.
I give it 0 stars. 0. It does not deserve to exist. And fuck Matt Damon for being a part of that. What would you rate it? Warning, I have my click on the button to remove you from I kid. We all interpret movies differently.
I don't know. I really don't know. I would say, I don't know, story-wise, maybe 3, but execution 2. Yeah. But like, I find it interesting of what he was trying to do, especially with watching the behind the scenes and all of that. So as an experiment, it's interesting. But as far as the story goes, I don't know. I would maybe give it 2 stars out of 5.
That's my reaction to you giving anything more than 0.
I've given better, I've given some good reviews to a certain filmmaker that has walking scenes that go on for 20 minutes. I've given good reviews too. So
OGP Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons and Mark Price is in my top 5 favorite movies ever. And I have Mark Price's autograph on a Trick or Treat picture somewhere around here. But that's awesome. I get it. I just maybe it's just the whole 80s not aging well thing with it for me. But I do understand. It's like I said, it's the most awesome, boring movie I've ever seen. That old misleading cover of Trick or Treat with Ozzy Gene was a terrible choice. No, they did that to get people to go see it. And, you know, I understand people do it nowadays. You hire Robert Englund, he's in your movie for 30 seconds and you bill him, boom, right up at the top.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to buy it. So they still do that shit. I think Hobbs feels the same as UOGP. It took him 4 rewatches of telling me how to watch again before he said he liked it. What are we talking about? What? Oh, are you talking on the Trick or Treat? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't dislike it at all. I'm watching, I'm going, his room is cool. The posters are cool. The music is cool. The vibe is cool. The chase when they're running around the school is cool. I mean, like, so many things about this movie are cool, but it just a little bit slow. So now that you've arrived, please stay a while. And I promise I won't keep you long. I'll keep you forever. John Ward has no fucking idea what that is. That is the beginning of a Slayer song. Good sir. The stalker is Josh Leonard from Blair Witch Project.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he did look a little familiar.
Yeah, I do like me some Blair Witch. A better Unsane choice is the band Unsane's 1995 hit Scrape. It's all skateboarding accidents. Saw it on Beavis and Butthead back in the 90s. Nice. So there's a band called Unsane. Oh, that's hilarious. You see the Sphere, Las Vegas Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Somebody else asked about that. I don't. We'll have to look that up. I don't like cell phones.
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention this. So since we're talking about budget for Unsane 1.5, it made 14.3.
Well, there are a lot of Soderbergh fans out there. And when everybody heard Matt Damon in it, and I think a lot of people wanted to go see how good, because there was so many people going, oh, you could make a movie on an iPhone and it will look just as good as a cinema camera. Bull fucking shit, it will. So, man. So I think a lot of people supported it because of that kind of shit. You know, the iPhone snobs went to see it just because of that. I'm not an iPhone or a Samsung snob. I'm a Samsung guy, but you know, but you know, it's just because Samsung's is what I've always used, but they stream better anyways. That's what the reports say. But I think a lot of people went to see it just because of that. So I don't know. I don't like cell phones in movies. Makes a movie feel dated as the years go on. Are you talking just being used? Like, yeah, old flip phones and stuff.
Yeah, it hurts writing too. I looked up this Wizard of Oz, and it's the movie Wizard of Oz at the Sphere.
Oh,
yeah.
If it was an Aussie thing, that would interest me. Yeah. The third film was never released. If you mean Moose Knuckles, how can you hate it, John?
Well, there's Tusk. There's Hoser. There's the Hoser one. And then there is a third one.
Was that Yoga Hosers?
Yoga Hosers. And let me see. Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, now that you know what it is, maybe you'll find it less boring and more enjoyable on rewatch. And if you're talking about Trick or Treat, I mean, it's definitely one that will be rewatched from time to time. That's for sure.
So you are right. Yeah, Moose Jaws hasn't come out yet, so it's just the two. I did not like Yoga Hosers. The Johnny Depp thing was awful. And Tusk, I just did not like. So I liked Red State, if we're going to go horror with Kevin Smith.
Good.
Red State, I thought
was there another specific one that you were thinking of that you hated that maybe you thought was part of that trilogy or something?
Possibly. Yeah, I was just mistaken.
With Gene Simmons, the first movie I always remember as a kid when he played a transvestite terrorist in Never Too Young to Die with John Stamos and Vanity. I don't know if I've seen that.
It also stars George Lazenby, who's James Bond. One time.
Never Too Young to Die, huh? I may have to check that one out.
Very 80s.
Abstract Theory, Dead Skin Mask. Yes, I wish we could play music on here, but we just can't. I love Slayer. I have a lot of Slayer songs on my thumb drive that's in my car. I love me some good old Slayer. So the movie that I was talking about where you have to choose the end that I did also watch was, and it's on that list, is the reason I went to watch this. The Descent here. Phenomenal movie. And this one, as I popped in, I was like, have I ever watched this? I don't know. I can't remember, but I have not watched this. And here's the reason. I am very claustrophobic. So like, what is it? Is it Ryan Reynolds in Buried?
Yeah.
I fucking struggle with that movie. Like, I do not like being enclosed where I can't move my arms. If I can't move my arms, I struggle.
I do not understand this. I don't understand when anybody.
Well, it's like, a jump scare. You watch a movie and you react, you jump,
but that's because normally it's a noise. You're like, oh fuck. And it's a noise.
Or, I mean,
my friend,
you're anticipating, you're seeing somebody, you're seeing Jamie Lee Curtis walk around the house, knowing Michael Myers is hiding. You're nervous,
But once again, it's a jump. Michael Myers comes out and it's a jump.
But it's an emotional reaction.
But
But if you were claustrophobic, seeing somebody being claustrophobic, I think would resonate.
My ex-friend went to go see the Buried movie, and we were talking on the phone, and he goes, I hope my claustrophobia doesn't kick in. I'm like, why? And he goes, well, because I don't like tight spaces. You're in a movie theater.
No, dude.
It's like saying even Gravity and she's floating around out there, and it's oh my God, I'm in space. How
but
can
you're
I
not
breathe?
you don't have claustrophobia isn't about flying. Like, I'm not afraid of heights. I have no issues with heights, but if I can't move, I have serious, it fucks me. When the girl is in the cave in this and the rocks kind of start closing in on her and she's stuck, that fucked me up. I had to stand up and walk around and move my arms. I literally had to stretch because it fucks me up. Well, you'll unless you were claustrophobic, you would never get it.
But see, I'm not that. I'm just not that way really with anything. It's just I remember
there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Ebert reviewed Open Water, and one of them went, "Oh, when the movie was over, I went outside and kissed the ground." You're in a movie theater. You're not in an ocean. Why would you think you're drowning or being attacked by sharks?
Yeah, that the Open Water, it was okay movie, but because my thing is like with this, it reminds me like this when she was stuck, it reminded me of the time that I was in that microscopic what are those called, where the thing spins around and goes you're in that tube. Like a CT scan or something like that, or whatever those are called. And I couldn't move my arms, and I'm in the tube, and it's so small I can feel my belly is touching the top of it, and I'm in there. And let's just say,
but I get that because you're actually in it.
So seeing this reminded me of that. Like, it was emotional damage.
I love that guy.
So it took me back to that moment where I was like, because if all I could think the entire time I was in there was like, if the guy at the controls of this thing has a heart attack and dies right now, I'm fucked because I'll never get out of this thing. So that's where I go with it. And so, yeah, Buried kicked my ass. And I apparently, as I was going through my movies, shifting everything, I saw two other movies. I don't remember the names of the titles that are about people being buried alive. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know if I'll ever watch those. Aside from the moment where she was kind of stuck and couldn't move, the rest of this movie doesn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all.
Well,
I've been in caves. I've gone.
Yeah, watching something like that. And I do remember watching it. I just kind of went, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Like
Well, see, and that's
I
right,
would
like
never do this. Hell no.
I would never do that, like crawling through those little tiny spaces. But like I've walked through the Carlsbad Caverns. I've walked through other caverns in Tennessee. I've been in an old mine shaft out by the Colorado River. I've been in a lot of caves, and I don't have a problem with that. It's when I can't move my arms that I am fucked with like I can be in an elevator. Claustrophobia is not an issue. It's when I can't move my arms. And so when she got that one, I was like, fuck me, man. So anyways, yeah. But all in all, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was great. Really liked it. The end, I'm not so happy with. So John was explaining to me that there's, two different endings. The ending that I saw, she ends up, our final girl, and this is old, so forgive me for spoilers, but she ends up in the cave. She's alive and she's still in the cave. So I'm like, does she get out of the cave? Do the creatures come get her? I don't know. It's never explained. So that kind of frustrated me. The rest of the film was great. If they would have ended it with her driving down the road in the dream she was having, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
If she was in the cave and they showed one of those creatures coming to get her and then cut to black, I would have been fine. But she was just in the cave.
Because I think you're just supposed to think, because she gets out of the cave, she gets into the car, she drives, and then I forget exactly how we go back to her in the cave.
There's like she throws up out the window, almost gets hit by the truck, and I'm like, oh, final destination. And the truck hauling the logs, and then she turns back into the car, and she sees one of the other dead girls like screaming at her. And then it wakes her up and she wakes up back in the cave.
So I think we're just with the thing, she gets attacked, she dies of starvation or maybe dehydration or something like that. So then if you watch and that's the American version, because we have to, of course, have, no, that would be I think that's the foreign version, because she ends up back in the cave. The American one has her escaping and she's just driving in the car and she's fine. That's, I think, a deleted scene. Or the alternate ending, because in part 2, the Descendant part 2 is, like I mentioned to you, it's like aliens. They come to get her. It's like a group of people. They want her to go back, and it's a different director, so it's not nearly as good as the first one.
Why do they want her to go back to be a tour guide, or are they trying to find these creatures?
Just like Alien or Aliens.
I have no idea. I don't.
Because Ripley was on the planet. The military wants Ripley to go back to the planet.
So when they go back in part 2, it's because somebody is trying to find these creatures or something.
They're missing girls or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly.
It's not. She doesn't go back at just happy-go-lucky tour group going.
No.
Okay.
No.
So that's okay. But I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it.
It's a great film. So, it's Neil Marshall, who I highly recommend the film Doomsday, which is a great post-apocalyptic movie. He also did Dog Soldiers. Sadly, he did the third, Hellboy, which he said was a massive mistake. He said it was horrible, but he's a very good director. So he did a short film that when he was in college about a guy who goes into a bar hitting on women, and all he uses is old World War II plane crashing sounds. So as he goes up and hits on the girl, you can hear the and then she lets him down. He's like, and you hear like the plane crashing. Moves to the next girl. It's this little short film that he just uses that footage or that sound with. So, but it's a good movie. Yeah, the second one is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Yeah.
So the last movie that I got, and I won't talk about it too long so we can wrap this up, but the last movie that I watched this week that I have a physical copy, there's others, and you can look at my Letterboxd if you want to follow me on Letterboxd to see what I'm watching. But the last one, I just watched this afternoon, and this is a movie about men from Mars eating cars, and I don't know why, but they wanted to call me. Anyways, Videodrome starring Blondie. So, David Cronenberg being very David Cronenberg. This movie did not make me mad. This movie made me struggle to stay awake because even though only 88 minutes, it is a fucking slow burn. There are elements of this that are great, and with Blondie and James Woods, I love the cast. The premise of it is amazing, especially for the technology at the time when this came out. But I feel like a movie, you know, we talk about having an arc, you know, in a movie. I messaged John earlier and told him this didn't have an arc. This had a plateau. It got up there, and then instead of coming back down from the arc, instead of getting resolution, we just maintained. And it was just, you're showing me different ways that he's crazy, or is he crazy? Does he have a tumor? Is he crazy? Does he have a tumor? Is it the video? Does he just have a tumor? Or what is going on? But we just kind of stay there for a while. And at the end, we get resolution. But it's like the movie starts off kind of exciting, and then it plateaus until like 2 minutes left in the movie. And then we end it. I struggled with it. Great, very well put together movie. You know, it's hard to really talk shit about it at all, except it just is such a slow burn. For what it is, it shouldn't be a slow burn. So, Videodrome. I had to take the plastic off of this, off my Criterion to watch this today. So, tell me how wrong I am and why this is the greatest movie ever, John.
Well, so we can split because we've been here for 3 hours. I love the film. I think it's one of Cronenberg's best movies. I think the effects are amazing, especially for that time period. It's a whole thing about television and obsession with pain and suffering, and being, well, not really pain and suffering, but like pain and sex. It's these television. It's like the film Existenz, which is his other film that's kind of a sister film to this, which is more about video games. So it's all about television at that time and how it's obsessive and how you can take television and get pain and pleasure from it. And his stuff is weird. Cronenberg's stuff is very bizarre. Yeah. So you're kind of either into it or you're not. The film that we did watch, Spider, I think is a much more straightforward story for Cronenberg. But yeah, I like Spider more than this.
Yeah,
see, I like Videodrome better than Spider.
Yeah, so I think most people do. There's a reason it has a Criterion.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, it's been fun. We'll have to do it again next Monday, John.
Yes, I think so.
So, yeah, and everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel. And anything else to say before we go? Bye, John.
Yeah, go to my channel, check out my review of Making Megaforce, check out the one Filmmaker with the guys from Making Megaforce, and then I did release an out of theater review for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's right. Very nice.
And in 2 days will be our film discussion. So OGP is on that, and Donald is on that, we talk about the worst films that we own and why we still own them because they're so bad.
Yep. Yeah. So there you go. Tons and tons of stuff. For me, I probably won't be making another video until next week because when I do other videos, nobody watches. So until next Horror Movie Monday, everybody have yourselves a great night. Stay safe. Go watch some horror movies. See you later. Okay, bye.
It's Horror Movie Monday. You already know. Chills in the air. And the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Bowser's in the back, creeping through the dark, lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low, screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!